Yay!
Hey everybody, welcome to our reading of Community. I'll break down a cast tonight. We've got Mr. Matthew Edwards as Jeff Winger, Megan Bean as Britta Perry. I'll be playing Abed Nadir. Zach Gonzalez is Troy Barnes. Michael Angel is Pierce Hawthorne. Jessica Ash is Shirley Bennett. Nicole Bentley is Annie Edison. Clinton McKay is Dean Craig Pelton. Jeremy Wainwright is Ben Chang and Officer Kalchski. That's a hard name. Kinsey Paul will be reading our action description. Logan Horber will be Star Burns and several other roles. Eric Waldman will be Leonard, several other roles. Casey Kronk will be Professorson and several other roles. And Marco will be several roles for us. And we'll have a special guest, my brother, later as Fat Man. All right. And Zach, why don't you help me get everybody in the spirit with a little Troy and Abed magic?
I'd be happy to. You just wanna go in?
I've been to, yeah.
¿Dónde? La biblioteca. Mi motivo en la Ariana discoteca.
Discoteca muñeca, la biblioteca es en bigote grande, pero manteca.
Manteca, chicote, chicate, capeño, cabeza es nieve, cabeza es bueno.
Buenos días, me gustas papas frías, bigote de la capa, es Cameron Diaz. Yeah, boy.
What?
2009.
Yeah, word.
Cool. All right, and with that, Kinsey, why don't you take it away, and why don't you tell us the title of the episode and who wrote it, because we got some amazing writers in here, and we should give them a shout out.
Yep. All right, Contemporary American Poultry, written by Emily Cutler and Carrie Dornetto. So inside of the study room, the group finishes a study session.
I think I'm failing psychopharmacology.
Why are you taking that?
Thought it was a class about crazy farm animals, okay?
Let's finish the unit. I don't want to be late for lunch. Amar is to love, right?
Oh, speaking of love, Shirley, how's it going with the sexy dreadlock guy?
Oh, I'm sure I don't have a chance with him.
Abed and I talked to him about the vending machines. He asked about you.
He specifically asked about me?
Mm-hmm.
And when he brought you up, he specifically asked, who is that?
Abed?
Oh.
That's what he said. Say that again, Pierce. You're muted.
Abed, your social skills aren't exactly streets ahead. You know what I mean?
I don't.
You're not alone in this case. Pierce, stop trying to coin the phrase streets ahead.
Trying, coined, and minted. Been there, coined that. Streets ahead is verbal wildfire.
Does it just mean cool? Or is it supposed to be like miles ahead?
If you have to ask, you're streets behind.
Okay, we can banter if we want to banter, but I'm warning you, I am leaving for lunch early.
Me too.
Me 3.
Streets ahead.
Man, you guys really love these stupid chicken fingers, huh?
They're not stupid. They're the only good thing in the cafeteria.
I haven't had one in weeks. They run out so fast.
If God were edible, not that I'm Catholic, but if it was cool to eat God, he'd be a chicken finger.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm a vegetarian.
Shocker.
And if you guys knew how they treated the animals that you were eating, you would eat them even faster just to put them out of their misery, and then you would throw up.
Outside of the study room, a crowd of people rush to lunch.
I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling extra protective of animals today because my cat is sick.
Oh, cat, that's awful.
The lunch rush crowd goes as the group anxiously waits.
He has diabetes. He can't even make it to the litter box.
Chicken run!
Everyone leaps out of their chairs and joins the crowd. Troy crawls over the table. Only Shirley stays behind.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to put her to sleep. Go on.
God bless you. Say some for me.
Shirley takes off running with the crowd. End cold open. All right, inside of the cafeteria during the day.
Troy!
Ooh, I can hear those chicken fingers calling my name.
Troy!
Troy.
Troy!
Troy.
Did you get my text message?
Did you get my text message?
I think it's...
Jeff points at a woman further back in line waving at Troy.
Gotta stop hanging out with her. She sounds like a chicken finger.
Just as Pierce and Jeff reach for the chicken fingers, the lunch lady pulls away the empty tray.
Again?
Outrageous. At least apologize. How can you just stand there like a mute idiot?
The lunch lady hands Pierce a card.
Well, throat surgery might humanize you, but it doesn't make this acceptable.
Shirley, Annie, Britta, and Abed sit at a table. Shirley admires sexy dreadlock guy.
So cute. And I don't even normally like dreadlocks.
Sexy dreadlock guy walks past them.
Hello.
He does not notice her.
His dreadlocks remind me of the Predator, which is weird because you're doing the actual hunting and you seem invisible to him. You're muted, Britta.
You're muted.
Abed, you know what I do? Before I talk, I ask myself, what am I about to say? And how might it affect each person listening?
I'm really glad you said that, Britta. The idea that you compulsively filter yourself makes your lack of flavor kind of a flavor.
Troy, Pierce, and Jeff join the group.
Sorry, guys. They ran out again.
Something's got to be done.
Jeff notices Starburns bringing trays of chicken fingers to a group across the room.
Hey, what the hell, man?
Starburns just shrugs.
Oh, that's half our problem right there. Starburns works to fryer and skims fingers.
What? No way.
He gives them to people just so they'll act like he isn't Starburns.
Well, I may not eat meat, but I am not going to eat that injustice.
Let's complain.
If we complain, he gets a warning and learns to be sneakier. I say we knock him out of the kitchen and replace him with one of our own all in one move. Then we're the one with the chicken.
It's like a mafia movie.
Freeze frame on Abed as he speaks in voiceover.
As far as I can remember, I always wanted to be in a mafia movie.
Back to scene.
Cool.
That's exactly what it's like, Abed. And you get the most important job. You're going to be fry cook.
We may be watching different mafia movies.
You work in your dad's restaurant, right? Well, you apply for the job after we get Starburns fired.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about the firing.
I think he really relies on the income.
Yeah, man.
Jeff quiets everyone at once with a gesture.
Every day, you flock here like sheep and wait in line for a broken promise from a dirty system.
Jeff continues talking, drowned out by Abed's voiceover.
Back in those days, Jeff Winger was the guy that made things happen. He always knew what to say, and he always knew when to slap the table.
Jeff slaps the table.
You want to be sheep, keep flocking. You want to be wolves, form a pack.
Everyone nods in agreement. Britta and Annie high five.
And that was it. It was that simple. At that moment, we stopped being a family, started being a family, and it talks.
Interior hallway day. Britta flirts with Starburns, touching his Starburns.
Britta got cozy with Starburns.
Can I touch them both?
Yeah, do them both.
Ooh.
Inside the cafeteria, Starburns sneaks Britta a box of chicken fingers. Annie snaps a photo.
He lowered his guard, and just like that, he was gone.
Inside the hallway, students read the paper heading Stargate.
I mean, the way Jeff saw it, by not respecting us, Starburns had basically brought it upon itself.
The lunch lady posts a help wanted ad.
When his job opened up, we did what we had to do to keep the list of applicants to a minimum.
Shirley removes the ad and crumples it up. Inside the cafeteria, Abed sits for his interview.
I'd worked in my dad's falafel restaurant, so I had a pretty impressive resume.
It's very impressive, especially your references. Let's just give them a call right now.
The manager dials his cell phone.
We weren't taking any chances. The fix was in.
Across the room, Pierce answers his cell phone.
Trump Tower, this is Donald. Well, he can deep fry the hell out of a chicken, I can tell you that.
Troy even applied for the same job, give the world's worst interview, just to make me look better.
Same place later on. Troy sits across from the hiring manager wearing an Egyptian costume, headdress, and necklace with a leather jacket. Inside of the kitchen, Abed works the deep fryer.
And that was that. This was the glorious time. No more racing to the cafeteria. No more lines.
Inside of the cafeteria, several students were in a long line.
Just lines were for suckers, hacks, sheep. We were wolves. And we had the chicken to prove it.
Abed brings a plate of chicken fingers to his friends. They each take one.
A victory. It feels unfamiliar, but it tastes like chicken.
Everyone cheers with their chicken fingers and digs in. Britta puts hers back and wipes her hands, disgusted. Sexy dreadlock guy approaches the table.
Hi.
Hello.
You guys are lucky. They're always running out.
Would you like one?
Shirley offers him a chicken finger and then pulls it away.
Name's Shirley. Memorize it.
She hands him the chicken.
I will, Shirley.
See that, ladies? The universe goes by supply and demand. The more you take and use, the more it sends.
Somebody's been taking a little extra. What's in that container?
Pierce points to a box Abed's holding.
8 fingers.
Chang quickly walks by and grabs the box.
Abed's study group.
Why are you giving Chang chicken?
We have an agreement.
But Abed, if you get caught skimming, you're going to get fired and we'll all go back to eating like Britta.
Yeah, we put you in that job. I dress like a crazy pharaoh for you, man.
You make the fingers, Abed, not the decisions.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy. But just remember, these things have power. So let me know next time you have any more agreements, all right?
Yeah, I agreed to give Chang 8 fingers per lunch in exchange for a 10% bump on every Spanish test for each of us.
Oh.
Okay, Abed makes the fingers and the decisions.
Everyone ad-libs their agreement and excitement, except for Jeff, who silently eats his chicken looking nervous. End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside of the cafeteria.
Greendale, we're always out of chicken fingers.
The lunch lady puts up a note that says, "Sorry, no chicken, sad face," disappointing everyone in line.
So whoever could get them had power, and I was the guy in the apron. So I came up with a system. And pretty soon, half the chicken in the Greendale was going out the side door.
Abed dumps chicken fingers into a container and slips them to Troy out the back. Inside of the hallway, Troy walks down the hall with a trash bag full of chicken fingers.
Everybody in our crew had a job. T-Bone was the bad man.
Inside of the storeroom, Troy dumps the chicken into trays.
He moved the fingers to a storeroom where 2 of the girls did the packaging.
Britta and Shirley pack the chicken into containers.
We could trust them not to eat the supply because Britta was a vegetarian. Shirley figured that if she stole, she'd go to hell. They'd hand the stuff out the window to Annie.
Shirley hands Annie a stack of containers. Inside the cafeteria, Annie hands out chicken from a cart full of containers.
She was the leg man and the distributor. Crazy thing was, it was their food. We were stealing it and giving it back to them like it was a big favor.
Inside of the hallway, Pierce carries a container labeled for Dean Pelton.
Nobody asked any questions because Pierce's experience as a CEO had taught him how to keep the wheels from squeaking.
Inside of the dean's office, Starburns pleads with Dean Pelton.
I had it all worked out on schedule.
You know, I've never been fired.
The minute before you thought about busting us, that was the minute you had chicken in your hand.
Dean Pelton eats his chicken.
Really, it's just insulting that you're eating his chicken fingers right in front of him.
Inside of the study room, Troy plays video games on a big flat screen TV with Pierce and his new posse.
Everyone had their hand out.
Shirley flirts with sexy dreadlock guy and feeds him chicken.
Everyone wanted what we had.
A hairdresser works on Britta.
And Jeff had the most important job of all. He was at the top. He was the boss. He was our leader.
Jeff walks in, surprised.
What the hell is going on?
AV kids hooked it up. Abed supplied the whole department with chicken fingers.
You think that's good? Check out my posse and Troy's monkey.
Jeff spots the monkey in a cage on the table.
Troy, why do you have a monkey?
It's an animal that looks like a dude. Why don't I have 10 of them?
Annie enters with a sweet new backpack.
Guys, look what Abed just scored for me. It has 1 million zippers, and it was free.
Annie dances as Britta and Shirley cheer and clap. She transitions into the robot.
Ooh, robot.
I am programmed to love this backpack.
This is insane.
More insane than programming them to replace auto workers?
What? Okay. If you're not in this study group, please.
Jeff points to the door. Pierce's posse heads out.
That means you, sexy dreadlocks, Britta's hairdresser, Pierce's hackneyed entourage.
Hackneyed? You see the turban guy?
Yes, in a 90s ski movie that featured an entourage. Don't you think this, guys, don't you think this is getting out of hand?
Oh, we're not going to get caught. We have campus security on the take. Abed's got it all figured out.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, it's pretty cool being friends with the biggest man on campus. Isn't that right, Annie's boobs?
The monkey screeches in agreement.
Rename that thing, and this time not with a contest on Twitter.
It's his Twitter account. He can do what he wants.
The group overlaps each other, ad-libbing arguments.
They are my body parts. I do not consent to this.
You know what I don't appreciate?
I wouldn't threaten a monkey. They have more lactic acid than us.
Talk to the
Oh.
backpack.
Jeff tries to silence the group with a gesture. It doesn't work.
Shared my chicken with him.
You're the worst, Annie.
Streets ahead.
Jeff tries again. His power is gone. Inside of the hallway, a line of students wait. Jeff walks by them all.
Where's he going? Hello?
The bouncer stops Jeff at the door everyone's lined up to get into.
The line starts behind you.
Oh, he's cool.
The bouncer lets Jeff pass. Inside of Abed's dorm, the room is filled with charts, graphs, and profiles.
6 fingers every Wednesday.
And what can you offer?
I have a bicycle and I teach beginners tennis.
Cool. Okay. 6 fingers, Wednesdays. All right. We'll be in touch, Janelle.
Thank you, Abed.
You're welcome.
She leaves.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, buddy. It's quite a setup you got here.
Yeah, pretty excited about it. Turns out everyone has needs and everyone has functions.
Abed mixes a drink.
Look, I've been thinking maybe I need to hit the big red button and bring an end to this operation. I mean, it's been fun, but it's out of control now. Am I right?
I don't know. The entire campus is controlled by our group is controlled by Chicken, and the chicken is controlled by me. Float?
Abed offers Jeff the drink he's been making, a root beer float.
I'm good, Abed. The Mafia movie is over.
I'm not doing a Mafia movie. In fact, I don't need to use movies or TV shows to talk to people anymore. Before, I only needed them because the day-to-day world made no sense to me, but now, everyone's speaking the same language, chicken. I understand people, and they finally understand me.
Abed, eventually people are going to get tired of chicken. I'm tired of chicken.
You're not tired of chicken. You miss the taste of control.
Well, that's crazy.
Is it? Unfortunately, the very thing that drove you to the storm room is exactly what would prevent you from properly running this machine, or even being a cog in it. Here you go.
Well, I see. This has been about me the whole time. You want a shot at the Jeff Winger throne? You better bring a powerful ass. Oh, and for your information, I don't have an ego. My Facebook photo is a landscape.
Jeff storms out. Abed's assistant drops a scoop of ice cream into his float.
Dead water.
Inside of the storeroom, Jeff meets with the study group minus Abed.
My bad, guys. I have no idea why I did that when I'm going to say a line like immediately. Thank you all for coming.
Can we make this quick? I need to give a banana to Annie's boobs.
Abed is drunk with chicken power. He's gone from lovable Johnny Five to evil Hal.
Hal Holbrook.
Not Hal
Hal
Holbrook. What are you saying?
You all have to stop working for him. Let this operation dry up and let his wheels spin down.
At which point would you be in charge again? At which point you would be in charge again, right?
What?
This is so sad. You're jealous of Abed because he's providing for us.
No, I'm concerned about Abed because he won't listen to reason.
Won't listen to your reason.
Why should he? Jeff's so not.
Stay streets ahead and die.
Streets ahead. You want to boss me around? Give me an entourage. Get Troy a monkey. That's what a real boss does.
Probably shouldn't even be talking to him without checking in with Abed.
Annie dials her cell.
I'm already trying him. He's not picking up. What did you do with him?
I don't believe what greedy sellout you people turned out to be. I'm not going to stand here and be ignored.
Voicemail. Hey, Abed. Jeff says you're not listening to him. Does that mean we shouldn't listen to him? Oh, also, should we make special jackets for our crime families? Like blazers with chicken finger patches? I don't know. Long message. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Abed enters to everyone's cheers.
Look, I'm walking out this door right now.
Okay.
For real.
Good.
I'm not going to look back.
Annie waves goodbye.
Goodbye.
Everyone ad-libs goodbyes. They jump up and surround Abed, cheering.
Anybody need anything?
You look handsome.
I like everything about you now, Abed.
Pierce kisses Abed's hand.
I want a new hairdresser, though.
Troy shuts Jeff out in a Godfather homage. End of Act 2. Act 3. Inside of the cafeteria, Abed sits with the study group in their crime family jackets surrounded by an entourage. Everyone enjoys chicken fingers. Jeff leaves the lunch line with a disappointing plate of stew. Jeff and Abed stare each other down from across the room. Jeff sits alone until Starburns joins him.
Yeah, I got you fired. You deserved it.
Maybe. Maybe not. Question is, what do they deserve?
Starburns drops a set of keys.
Key to the kitchen. There's a valve at the back of the chicken fryer that's not made anymore. Now say someone were to remove it, the fryer wouldn't work. Forever.
How petty do you think I am?
Starburns leaves with the key still on the table. Jeff slides his tray over the key. Inside of the study room, the study group minus Jeff wrap up their study session. Abed sits in Jeff's chair.
Jeff leaving the family didn't turn out to be a problem.
Okay, I think we're set for the quiz. See you guys in class.
Everyone gathers their things to leave.
Wait, before you go.
Abed hands Annie a stack of notebooks.
Oh, free notebooks!
The family's success started to go to their heads.
They didn't have college ruled?
No, sorry.
It's okay.
Annie leaves and stares at Abed as she throws the notebooks in the trash.
Abed?
Yep.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
We have a situation.
Pierce stands with a member of his entourage.
Hey.
Who is this?
It's Travis. Said you wanted someone in your entourage named Travis.
Show him your license.
Travis hands over his license to Abed.
Travis is his middle name.
Go by Travis.
No, you go by the door.
Travis leaves.
See you, Travis.
Pierce wags a finger in Abed's face.
Abed?
Yep.
No. My monkey hates this caviar.
Troy, isn't that?
Troy leaves, punching a window on his way out.
We're spoiled, fat, lazy. Giving them everything. Somehow, I lost their respect. So I did the only thing I could think of. I did what I thought Jeff would do. I sent him a message.
Inside of the library, a crowd gathers around. Annie pushes through to find her backpack mutilated, torn to shreds. Inside of the study room, Troy discovers his monkey cage open with a note that reads, "You should have appreciated me. A.B." Inside of the library, Britta wakes up to find gum in her hair. Inside of the study room, Pierce tries to turn on the flat screen TV, but it won't work. He checks the power cord and it's been cut. Inside of the cafeteria, Shirley finds Abed feeding chicken fingers to the sexy dreadlock guy.
These were the bad times.
Inside of the hallway, Jeff walks alone. The study group minus Abed rush up to him.
There he is, Jeff.
Jeff!
Jeff.
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 Jeff, Abed killed my backpack.
And I caught him stuffing my man full of chicken. And Tyler Perry has a whole series of movies about why that's wrong.
That little Arabist off his rocker.
He released Annie's boobs. Annie's boobs could be anywhere. Annie's boobs could be on the side of the road.
We got it. The monkey's name is Annie's boobs.
Britta removes her hat, revealing the gum.
Look what Abed did to my hair.
I feel terrible for all of you. Oh, wait. No, I don't. I warned you about all of this, but you were so high on your backpacks and hairstyles, you accused me of being jealous.
You were right, but what can we do?
I'm sorry. You brushed over that first part. Together.
Jeff directs them.
You
were right.
Now what you can do is go home and write that on your bathroom mirror.
Wouldn't that make it seem like I was right?
Yeah, because it would be my mirror.
Confused, everyone overlaps ad-libbing about how that doesn't make sense.
It's not going to be reversed because you're the one who...
Jeff quiets everyone at once with a gesture.
As for Abed, for his sake, I guess I'll have to take him out. Poor little guy.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Everyone leaves excited. Outside of the cafeteria at night, carrying a toolbox, Jeff uses Starburn's key to get inside. Inside of the kitchen, Jeff finds Abed working the fryer.
Abed, what are you doing?
Eating tater tots. You're right. People got sick of chicken. But I was close. I just need a new food, a new system. I'm going to experiment with jalapeno poppers next, and then zucchini circles.
I don't get it.
It's not that complicated, Jeff. You replace the C in circle with a Z for zucchini?
No, I mean, why are you here? You said you were close? What were you close to? To the group? To people?
Please don't do a special episode about me.
Oh, I wouldn't dream it.
Everyone else needs my help. That's what people don't get, is that they need to get me. I just need to be able to connect to people like you can, and then I can make everyone happy.
You know why I'm here?
You got caught with a fake bachelor's degree? By the way, they started using that as a seasonal arc on Law and Order. Total ripoff.
I'm here to dismantle the fryer, to cut your power off at its source. Don't you see what's happened? I manipulated the group into getting you the fry cook job just so I could have some chicken. And you turned it all into a way to make everyone like you. Made me ashamed of myself. Made me jealous.
Maybe this is a special episode. It's pretty alarming behavior, Jeff.
Yeah,
You know, there's a specialist you could talk to.
yeah, maybe I should do that. In the meantime, let's make a deal. I'll help you connect with people, and you can help me do a better job with them.
Like Knight Rider.
Exactly.
Deal.
Like Knight Rider.
Deal. I'll put on a leather jacket and make out with an aerobics instructor. You pull around front and comedically startle passerbys with your ability to talk.
Maybe we should just stay here and have a plate of chicken fingers.
Cool. Can we eat them while sitting on a table like in 16 Candles?
Pick one reference, Abed.
16 Candles.
Jeff and Abed sit on a table eating chicken fingers with a single lit candle sticking out of the stack.
Just like that, the Mafia movie was over. I quit the fry cook job, somewhat for the sake of the family, but mostly for the sake of Jeff Segal. Poor guy.
Inside of the study room, the group chats happily. Abed just watches.
Things went back to normal. Now everyone's back to being a bunch of regular schnooks, and I'm back to being a weirdo. Back to watching from the outside. For now.
Inside of the cafeteria,
There's still not enough chicken fingers.
the group reaches the lunch lady just as she runs out of chicken fingers. Ad-lib disappointments.
No way.
Because as soon as our family moved out, a new syndicate moved in to take its place.
Garrett funnels chicken fingers to Leonard out the back. Leonard gives Garrett a huge goldfish. Inside of the dean's office, Abed sits in front of Dean Pelton eating a box of chicken fingers.
Does you know what they'll never make a replacement for?
Abed puts out a chicken finger on the desk and makes a sound effect like he's putting out a cigarette.
Friends.
Okay, thank you. That's great, Abed. But can you just answer the question?
What was it?
Do you know who might have stolen a box of hairnets from the kitchen?
Someone with hair.
I'm going to write that down.
End of Act 3. Tag. Inside of the study room,
Ready?
behind a bookcase, Troy does a walk down the stairs gag. No one is impressed by this bit.
Wow, that's nice.
Never been done.
Everyone keeps trying to leave.
Here I come.
Abed walks up the stairs. Everyone ad-libs, yeah, that's good, and tries to leave.
Double escalator.
Troy and Abed pass each other going down opposite escalators.
Wow, I've never seen that before. How did you think of that?
Troy and Abed pop up.
And now for a signature trick.
Awesome elevator.
Everyone ad-libs, I've got to go.
I've got babies. I gotta go home.
You're lost.
Yeah.
Troy hits the button, and he and Abed travel down the elevator. There are shuffling sounds, and when Troy and Abed rise, they've swapped clothes.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
End of show. All right. Modern Warfare, written by Emily Cutler. Cold open. Inside of the hallway during the day, the students walk to class. The walls are decorated with banners for spring fling. A disco skater rollerblades through the hall.
Raisins don't belong in a chocolate chip cookie.
It gives them depth.
The disco skater bumps into Jeff.
Hey, punk.
What are you, 80?
He's the one trying to bring back disco. I don't have to be old to know it's not going to happen.
The disco skater cruises past Leonard.
What it is, soul brother?
Inside of the study room, Annie, Shirley, Pierce, Troy, and Abed sit around the table.
My boys are going to make me breakfast in bed for Mother's Day. Well, actually, I'm going to make the breakfast and get in bed, but they're going to bring it to me.
Pierce and Annie, aw.
I know. And then they said the cutest thing last night. They said mama, because they call me mama.
Shirley's cut off as Jeff and Britta burst in mid-conversation.
Well, if you're going to be the fun police.
Okay, well, if I'm the fun police, then you're the director of Funland Security.
Good. More of this.
More of what?
What do you think? The constant bickering? It was cute at first, but, well, Abed explains it best.
To be blunt, Jeff and Britta is no Ross and Rachel. Their sexual tension and lack of chemistry are putting us all on edge, which is why, ironically, and hear this on every level, you're keeping us from being friends.
Jeff and I do not have sexual tension. We just argue all the time.
Oh, just like Sam and Diane. I hated Sam and Diane.
Who are Sam and Diane?
Okay, we get it. You're young. Sorry.
You see what you're doing to us?
Want my advice? Porker and move on. We did it all the time in my day.
Yeah, well, you also put hydrogen in blimps, and that was bad.
Ian Pelton saunters in and puts a hand on Jeff's shoulder.
Hey, everybody. Just a reminder, our spring fling is on the quad today. Music, food, activities, what?
He makes me uncomfortable.
Still in the room. There's also going to be a game of paintball assassin with a prize for last man standing. Our last man in a wheelchair, or a last man in a wheelchair with no paint on.
Or last woman.
Give it a rest, Britta. Ugh.
What's the prize?
It was a Blu-ray DVD player, but it was stolen. So now it's TBD.
Dean Pelton exits.
I want TBD. Is that new?
If it's what I think, I had it for about a month in the 70s.
Let's get back to Britta and Jeff.
There's no Britta and Jeff.
He said fully erect.
Well, I'm going to let you guys figure this out while I go take a nap in my car.
Jeff walks out of the study room, props open the door, and pauses.
What are you waiting for?
Disco skater rolls right into the open door like a bug on a windshield. End of cold open. Act 1, 1 hour later. Outside in the parking lot, Jeff wakes up in his car to the sound of paintball fire and screams. He gets out and finds his car and the surrounding campus covered in paint splatter.
What the hell?
He walks through to the quad. The spring fling is a deserted war zone. Inside of the hallway, Jeff walks past barricades of chairs and desks covered in paint.
Hello?
Jeff hears groaning nearby. He pulls away a spring fling banner to find Garrett, shot up with paint.
What is going on?
The paintball game was starting, and the dean announced the prize. The prize. We turned on each other like animals.
What was the prize?
What? This is not over. This is still happening right now.
Garrett is shot by another paintball. He screams in pain. Jeff Leonard at the end of the hall taking aim.
Leonard, I'm not playing.
Jeff runs. Leonard gives chase.
Everyone's playing.
Jeff rounds the corner. Abed emerges on the other side, decked out with goggles and paint refills strapped to his chest. Jeff hits the deck. Abed wall runs over to him and shoots Leonard as he pops out.
Oh, you suck!
Leonard throws down his gun and leaves. Abed removes his goggles and turns to Jeff.
Come with me if you don't want paint on your clothes.
Inside of the classroom, Troy is dressed in protective sports gear as he types on a laptop. He grabs his gun, hearing a thud outside. Abed caws like a crow and enters.
Hey, look what I found wandering the neutral zone.
Jeff Winger, you son of a bitch.
Troy embraces Jeff.
I thought you were dead, man.
I was just taking a nap. Has everyone lost their mind? It's just a game of paintball.
Yeah, with one rule. Last man standing gets the prize.
The prize. The prize.
Troy and Abed reload their paintball guns.
What is this prize?
You don't know?
Troy and Abed hold their weapons at the ready.
Priority registration.
Priority registration. That's why everyone's running around like a bunch. Does that mean what I think it means? Like, you could have first choices of your classes next semester?
Jeff reaches for a paintball gun. Troy and Abed point their weapons at him.
Easy, Sugar Bear.
Yeah, but you could schedule all your classes on a Monday and then take a 6-day weekend.
You can do a lot of things. Talking through the hunger, Abed.
Every student wants that prize, Jeff. There's no way to share it, so we'll eventually all turn on each other. The longer we wait to do that,
Jeff eyes the paintball gun on the table next to him.
Jeff, the longer we work together, the longer we last.
Is everyone running in packs?
The debate team was the first to do it, but they fell into infighting.
They say the Glee Club is luring stragglers into sniper traps with cheery renditions of hit songs.
Really? And people fall for that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for winning, but let's not resort to cheap ploys.
Jeff takes off his shirt and picks up the paintball gun.
Are the girls in the game?
You mean Britta?
No, I don't mean Britta. Did I say Britta?
Twice now.
The door opens and a nerd in a makeshift armor wanders in. He quickly turns and runs as Jeff, Troy, and Abed point their guns at him.
Chess Club!
No.
Troy runs after him, but Jeff stops him at the door.
No. He's a pawn.
Inside the hallway, 3 chess nerds wait, guns down drawn in a trap. A chair with a sombrero rolls out of the classroom. They open fire. Troy, Jeff, and Abed emerge through a door behind the nerds.
Checkmate, bitches.
They shoot the nerds in the back.
And tell the drama club their tears will be real today.
Inside the cafeteria, in tactical formation, Jeff, Troy, and Abed enter, hearing voices.
No, that's all sugar, man. Get some protein.
Right here. Peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts.
Starburns holds an armful of vending machine snacks as Pierce raids in.
No, take the stuff out closer to you.
No, the ones in the back are the freshest.
That'll keep us going.
Yeah, okay.
Pierce spots Abed, Troy, and Jeff walking silently up to them, weapons drawn.
Hey, what the hell?
I got you covered, bro.
Starburns struggles to hold a gun with his arms full of snacks.
You guys formed an alliance without me?
Yeah, you with Starburns?
Not if I can be with you.
Pierce shoots Starburns in the side. He screams and drops his snacks.
It's just Starburns.
Anyone else need a pee break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll stand guard. I don't need a pee. I'm wearing a diaper for the game.
Oh, yeah, for the game.
Inside the restroom, Abed, Troy, and Jeff enter and stand at the urinals. Jeff checks under the paint-covered stalls.
Okay, guys, let's make this quick before Pierce's chewing attracts enemies.
Abed notices paint dripping down the clean spot on the wall in front of him. He takes a step back to see a clean person-shaped area surrounded by paint. The wall in front of Troy and Jeff's urinals looks just the same. A pair of high-heeled boots steps down from the toilet to the floor inside of the stall.
Guys?
Britta pops out of the stall, 2 guns in hand. Shirley pops out of another one with 2 guns.
Hold it!
Don't move. Drop it.
Everyone ad-libs yelling over each other.
Hey.
Springs out of the trash can, wearing garbage and the lid as a disguise.
Freeze, Mama Gemma.
End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside of the restroom, Jeff, Abed, and Troy stand opposite Annie, Shirley, and Britta. Everyone has paintball guns drawn in a standoff.
All right, everybody be cool. We can beat the others if we merge alliances.
We're doing fine on our own.
Yeah? You gonna win the whole game camped on a crapper?
Worked on you.
Did it? Or do you have a gun in your face?
Yeah, kind of matches yours.
Nice comeback.
The other 4 turn their guns on Britta and Jeff.
Shut up!
Shut up!
Jeez.
Jeez.
Jeff and Britta hold up their hands in surrender. Outside on the quad, the study group walks in attack formation, surveying the destroyed campus.
Okay, so the agreement is we're allies until we're sure we're the last 7 standing.
Troy whispers to Shirley.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh no.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mm-hmm. Our team's walking with God.
I'm thinking we might already be the only 7 left, in which case this is a window for the 2 of us to take out the others.
Real nice, Troy. That'd be great PR for the black students.
I am not an ambassador. I am a gladiator. Now, you want to win or not?
Troy is shot from an unseen enemy.
Oh, Troy made God mad!
Take cover!
Everyone ducks and hides.
Run, Pierce!
They hear harmonized la la la's nearby.
Glee Club.
How do you know it's the Glee Club?
Listen.
The Glee Club harmonizes as they sing.
Hit me with your best shot.
Oh, brother.
Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
Annie stands.
That is so uninspired.
Annie is shot.
I'm not so sure.
Annie drops her gun and leaves.
I've got a plan. Get ready. Hey, Pierce, don't come over here, okay?
Screw you. I'm coming over there.
Pierce is shot trying to call from his cover to Jeff's.
Medic!
In the trees, there.
Jeff, Britta, Abed, and Shirley open fire in the trees. One by one, the Glee Club falls out.
Write some original songs.
Inside the cafeteria at night, Shirley, Abed, Britta, and Jeff sit around a fire in a burning oil drum.
What are you guys going to do if you win priority registration?
I'll make my schedule airtight. Maybe get out of here in 3 years instead of 4.
I'd take any classes with no tests and no papers. What would you do, Shirley?
I choose all morning classes so I can get home early to spend time with my boys. It's hard being away from them so much.
You know what? I say if any of us win the prize, we give it to Shirley as a Mother's Day gift.
Absolutely.
What? Abed, you don't have to do that. Britta, I am so sick of you guilting people with your phony humanitarian shtick.
Phony? When I win, you can watch me do it.
Of course you'll do it, but that won't make it any less phony. You know, you'd be a lot more likable.
If I never did anything for anybody ever?
Yeah, because when you help people, that always turns out great.
Shirley and Abed ready their weapons and point them at Jeff and Britta.
Let's do it.
A door squeaks. Abed shushes the group.
Study group, come out and play.
Disco Skater rollerblades in.
Oh, look, it's post-ironic Disco Stew. You still trying to bring it back?
He's joined by other skaters circling the study group with paintball guns.
Damn, you brought it back.
A firefight breaks out.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Shirley takes out a skater, only to be shot in the back by another. Jeff shoots a skater sneaking up behind Britta. 2 more close in on him. He's out of paint. Britta slides between his legs and hits the 2 skaters. The last of the skaters try to escape. Abed gives chase. The others can hear the gunfire and scream. Abed walks back in.
Last guy almost got me.
Jeff and Britta look down. Abed's been shot.
Relax.
Britta runs to Shirley on the ground.
Oh, Shirley, I'm so sorry.
I'm going home, Britta.
I know, Shirley, I know.
No, seriously, I'm going home. Can you help me up?
Oh, yeah, sure.
They leap together.
Shirley, I'm going to win that prize for you and your boys.
That's nice.
Shirley, I'm going to win that prize, but not for you and your boys.
That's less nice.
Oh, my God, you've been hit. You've been hit.
Jeff checks his side. There's a huge red stain on his undershirt.
What? Oh no! Wait. It's just blood. I thought it was paint, but I'm just bleeding. Talk about luck.
Inside of the dean's office, Dean Pelton and Chang are holed up for the night.
I can't believe this game is still going on. It's 2 a.m. What if someone gets hurt and the police come? They'll think I'm a bad dean. There's classes in the morning. This has to stop.
Put me in the game. Because I'll take everyone out. I play paintball 3 times a week, bro. I'm even one of those douchebags that brings his own equipment.
But it wouldn't be fair. You're not a student.
But you could change that, can you?
Huh?
Enroll me in a class.
They both laugh hysterically.
What are your interests?
Arts and crafts.
Oh, I do watercolors.
Oh, cool.
Inside the study room, Britta patches up Jeff's wound.
The group would be thrilled. The wounded soldier fantasy means we're moments from doing it, right?
Yeah, can you feel that tension? It's a miracle we still have clothes on.
You're right, I am a phony. I try to act compassionate because I'm afraid that I'm not.
Oh, please. I invented phony. You care about people. I accuse you of faking to convince myself I'm not such a jerk.
Jeff, you help people more than I do, and you don't even want to. You're not a jerk. You're fine. Especially now that I've repaired your overworked torso with my trembling feminine fingers.
Yes, too much sexual tension.
Damn, bursting.
And I'm gross to make out.
It would totally serve them right if we did it right here in the study room.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I can't stop imagining.
Neither can I. Blah.
They mind making out again. It quickly turns into real making out. End of Act 2. All right, Act 3. Inside the study room, Jeff lies on the table in his underwear. Britta gets dressed.
That's fast.
We should get dressed before the third shift librarian shows up.
Yeah, we don't want this to turn into a letter to the penthouse, right?
I think the group is right. We did need to relieve some tension.
Britta stands, her paintball gun pointed at Jeff.
Please tell me you didn't have sex with me to win at paintball.
No, I had sex with you, and now I'm gonna win at paintball. Don't be gross.
I'm gross. I'm gross. You seem pretty practiced at putting on panties one-handed while holding a gun.
Jeff grabs his pants.
Can I get dressed before you assassinate me? So all that happened, it meant nothing to you?
I didn't say that. What did it mean to you?
I asked you first.
Very mature.
Said the woman wearing the Hello Kitty underwear.
Said the woman holding the gun.
You sure that's a gun? Because maybe it's a metaphor for your fake jaded persona.
Jeff casually puts on his undershirt. Britta fires. The gun clicks out of ammo.
Uh-oh. No paintballs, Hans? What do you think, I'm stupid?
Jeff takes the ammo out of his back pocket.
When'd you take my clip?
When you started seducing me.
I wasn't, though. Assuming that makes you way grosser.
Not when I'm right.
The doors open and Chang enters in slow motion like a John Woo movie. Britta and Jeff run for cover as Chang opens fire with an automatic paintball gun.
Yeah. Buenos dias, children. You'll be happy to know you made it all the way to the end.
You're not even a student.
Wrong! Critical media literacy and politics of gender, biatch.
Jeff fires, but Chang keeps him behind cover with his machine gun.
Give me your clip.
Oh yeah, that would be brilliant of me.
Look, you got the drop on me. I lost. Let me do this for you.
Jeff thinks it over. Britta kisses him patiently. She emerges with the clip in her hand.
Be pretty crazy if I shot you right now, huh?
Chang's machine gun sizzles and overheats. He pulls out a twin golden paintball pistols. Britta rushes Chang. They circle each other. They fire. Their paintballs meet in midair, splattering all over both of them. Chang falls dramatically. Jeff picks up his machine gun. Chang cackles.
Oh, sorry. I keep. What's so funny, Chang?
Maybe it's the fact that there's no such thing as priority registration. Or maybe it's this. Ta-da!
Chang reveals under his jacket there is a paint bomb counting down as he laughs maniacally. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff runs for the door, leaping out just as the bomb covers the study room in green paint. Inside of the dean's office, Dean Pelton is enjoying his morning tea.
Dean!
Just one moment.
Jeff bursts through the door holding the paintball machine gun.
Oh, hi, Jeffrey. That's a good look on you.
Everybody out there is shooting each other for nothing while you sit here in your ivory tower.
Jeffrey, I can explain. I messed up when I promised priority registration. Apparently, it's a violation of some Student Equality Act, but this isn't. Ta-da!
Pelton shows off a standard DVD player.
Okay, now, it's not Blu-ray, but it comes with its own remote, so...
I mean,
Jeffrey! 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 No! No, Jeffrey!
And Jeff throws it away. Pelton pops up.
You get it all out of your system?
Almost.
Jeff pulls a gun off his back and shoots Pelton in the head with a paintball.
What do you want from me, Jeffrey?
Yes.
Inside of the hallway the next day, a janitor mops up the last of the paint. Britta bumps into Jeff.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how's it going? You still have some paint?
Oh, thanks. So I was thinking.
Britta removes the paint from behind her ear.
You don't even have to.
It didn't happen. It's not that it was a mistake. It's just that it didn't happen.
It was a crazy night of paintball.
Exactly. Tension relieving.
Absolutely. No need to mention it to anyone.
Right. No big deal. Nothing's changed.
Inside of the study room, Jeff and Britta enter. Abed senses something.
Something's changed.
Jeff and Britta freeze.
Oh, Abed. Crazy Abed.
No, something's different now.
Could we be? I'm sporting a man thong.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's that I've emerged victorious with a priority registration form.
Yay.
Well done, Jeff.
And in recognition of her bravery, not to mention her children, I hereby award this to the best soldier, Shirley. Now, the bad news is, for legal purposes, next semester, if anybody asks, you have gout. You mind walking with a limp?
Thank you, Jeffrey. Look, Annie.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
No one feels it? No one senses anything's different?
Nope.
Not at all.
It's riding up a little.
Abed looks around. Something is definitely different. Britta and Jeff eye each other. End of Act 3. Tag. Inside of the study room, Troy sends Abed a voicemail while Jeff tries to study.
Hey, Abed, it's Troy. I'll meet you at the flagpole in...
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To erase and re-record.
Hey, Abed, it's Troy. Yo, I'll meet you at the flagpole in like...
If you are satisfied with your message.
Hey, Abed, it's Troy.
If you are satisfied with your message.
In how many minutes are you going to meet him?
10 minutes.
To listen to your message.
Hey, Abed, your girlfriend will meet you at the flagpole in 10 minutes. Goodbye.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To erase and re-record.
Did I sound like a jerk?
To listen to your message, press 3. To send.
Hey, Abed, sorry to bother you. Troy will meet you at the flagpole in 10 minutes, okay?
If you are satisfied with your message.
Maybe you should just send a text.
Yeah.
End of episode. All right, cooperative colleagues. Cold open.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second.
Just brace yourself.
Top. All right, cooperative calligraphy, written by Megan Gans. Cold open. Inside of the study room, the group works on a school project. Troy and Abed put the finishing touches on the evolution of man diorama.
Does anyone know how long it takes paper mache to dry?
Jeff looks up from his phone.
3 hours longer than it took Duncan to think up this assignment.
I think he's really going to appreciate the extra work we did expanding our evolutionary chart.
Annie picks up her phone to take a picture.
Oh, Britta, can you hold up the final stage of humanity?
I still think that man is going to evolve into woman, not a dragon monster with 3 legs.
Britta holds up a paper mache abomination. Pierce, in 2 leg casts and a high-tech wheelchair, looks at the creature surprised.
3 legs?
Everyone looks to Pierce with disgust.
Well, it's been real. At least the paste smell has. But I have a date to catch. Or should I say, a catch to date.
Ooh, I hope you just came up with that.
Dean Pelton enters holding an adorable puppy. Aw.
Look out, drive-by dating. I'm kidding. Just a nonviolent verbal reminder that the local shelter is having a puppy parade this afternoon.
Aww.
Oh, what a lick.
If the viewer is paying very close attention, they might notice a monkey paw grab a purple pen off the table. Whoa, I've never seen that.
I rewatched it. It's quick. I expect all of you to lend a paw. There. Except you, Jeffrey. I know you got a catch to date.
Dean Pelton exits. Britta turns to Jeff. Really?
Oh, like you're famous for your wit.
Puppy parade?
I am in.
Troy and Abed do their best friend handshake.
I want to see if those wiener dogs are born that way or if they start out normal and then get wienered.
Abed, did you pick up my pen? It's a purple pen with a gel grip.
Oh, I'm strictly mechanical pencils these days.
More relatable?
It was just here.
You okay, Annie?
Abed offers her some candy.
Chocolate?
Annie, stressed, takes it gratefully.
Would you like someone to push you to the parade, Pierce?
Oh, no thanks. I don't want people to think of me as a handicap.
Oh.
If anything, this chair makes me more than a human.
Pierce blows into a straw attached to the chair. It beeps and backs up.
You move it by blowing into this tube here. It's the most expensive one. I outbid 3 hospitals for this baby, and it was worth every penny.
Pierce wipes the straw clean and blows off some dust. The chair beeps and backs up out of control. The chair swivels around. Pierce's casted legs knock over a chair. Everyone turns to leave the study room, except...
Wait! Please, just wait. I'm sorry, but I need to know who took my pen.
Sorry, I don't see it.
Yeah, sorry, Annie.
The group turns to leave again.
No! Not sorry, Annie. We passed sorry, Annie 8 pens ago. I keep bringing pens, keep taking them, and I'm afraid I'm putting my foot down.
Okay, well, now Annie has made it clear that this is an issue, so from now on, we need to be more respectful of her things, okay? Okay.
Satisfied, the group tries to leave. Annie loses it.
No!
End of cold open. Act 1. Fade in. Inside the study room, the group searches for Annie's pen.
All right, it's not on the floor, so whoever accidentally took the...
Not accidentally. Accidents don't just happen over and over and over again, okay? This isn't budget daycare.
Okay, whoever insidiously and with great malice of forethought abducted Annie's pen, confess, repent, and relinquish so we can leave.
Maybe nobody took it. Sometimes I think I lost something really important to me, and it turns out I already ate it.
I didn't eat my pen, Troy. I know I brought it, and now it's gone. I took a photo.
Annie checks her phone.
Aha!
She shows them the photo.
Zooming. See? I took this 10 minutes ago. No one has come in or out since. One of you has my pen.
Annie sits angrily and crosses her arms.
Annie, it's a pen.
It's not a pen. It's a principal.
Troy reaches in his bag. Annie, Shirley, and Britta gasp. Jeff and Abed look surprised.
Not a good time to get a stick of gum. Okay.
We're going to the puppy parade or not? Because this is starting to feel like a bottle episode.
Again with the TV crap? Hey, Meatball, did you take Annie's pen to make life more like Benny Hill or whatever you do?
Abed?
I wouldn't do that. I hate bottle episodes. Wall-to-wall facial expressions and emotional nuance. I might as well sit in the corner with a bucket on my head.
Well, I have a photography project to finish, and my grandmother's hands aren't going to take close-ups of themselves, so.
Britta grabs her bag and heads for the door.
Hasta la later.
Britta stops.
Was that directed at me?
If the fits.
I don't have your pen, Annie.
I'm always lending you supplies. You never come prepared.
If it's so important to you, here, have my pen.
Britta offers her pen.
That's my pen.
Well, whatever, people. They are just things.
Since they're just things, I don't suppose you'd mind us taking a quick look-see in your bag.
Oh, I'd very much mind, Annie. There's no such thing as a quick invasion of civil liberties.
Jeff, Annie, Troy, Abed, all groan. Tears slow on the uptake joins the groan lane.
Oh, man.
It all starts with a quick look-see into somebody's bag, then it's a brisk peeky-a-rooney at our phone records. And before you can say 1984, the thought police are forcing you to bend and spread.
Bend and spread? Are the thought police going to make love to us?
They find thoughts in our butts? I knew I should have read that book.
Britta, stop using the Constitution as a baby blanket. Last week she invoked the Freedom of Information Act to request photocopies of my notes.
That's pretty good.
Well, excuse me for living free.
Come on, Stoney. We all know the pen's in your bag.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Just drop it.
Britta angrily dumps the entirety of her purse on the table. Annie searches the belongings.
Happy?
Not if that's a used Q-tip.
Annie pulls back, grossed out. Everyone ad-libs ew.
Gross.
Yes, gross. Welcome to the gross business of martial law. Welcome to what used to be individuality seized and disintegrated by cowardly groupthink.
Britta waves around trash and keys.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the machine.
Britta starts packing up her purse.
Well, Annie, it looks like you were wrong. Britta does come prepared for one thing. Or 6. Big weekend.
Oh, can't complain. Sorry.
Razzle dazzle.
Britta snatches the condoms from Jeff.
The puppy parade is starting on the quad. Better come quick. With every passing moment, these puppies grow older and less deserving of our attention.
Everyone grabs their things to leave.
Whoa. Where do you people think you're going?
Have you ever gone to a puppy parade halfway through, Britta? It is pointless.
Then you clearly stole the pen. The Patriot Act cuts both ways.
Actually, it's pretty one-sided. That's kind of the point.
Here's my point. Whoever the pen thief is just stood there and watched me get Guantanimo'd. And I'd like to know who it is, so I can let them know they have lost my trust forever.
Annie points. They're in this together. Resigned, Abed sits.
It's a bottle episode.
Britta, we're sorry we embarrassed you and looked at your prophylactic equipment. Your lifestyle mistakes are none of our business.
Oh, thanks, Shirley. But now let's rustle through your tampons and wallet so we can apologize to you.
Oh, I'm sure everyone here knows that I don't steal.
Have you checked your bag, Shirley? If you took it by mistake, I forgive you.
Oh, so if I took it, it's larceny, but if you find it under Mother Hen, it's a mistake.
Mother Hen, I think we're about the same age.
Sure, unless time is linear.
I'll make your ass linear.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'll make your ass sense.
Girls, don't get your panties puckered. We all know what we're really thinking if, and I mean if, the culprit is among us. Statistically speaking, it's Troy.
Yes, we were all just thinking that in 1856.
1856? What if a ghost took the pen?
Please forgive him.
For what?
For stealing the pen, dummy.
Why would I take her pen? I don't even like having my own. It's probably under one of Pierce's casts. He uses everything to itch his legs. We're on our 3rd DVD remote.
If I took the pen, I'd say so.
You probably forgot. Been popping painkillers like Tic Tacs.
Oh, yeah, right.
Pierce reads his prescription bottle.
Side effects: verbal dysphagia and octopus loss. I don't see anything on this scroll about memory, Troy.
I want to know who has it.
Nice try, Shirley. That doesn't take you off the list. Jeff, you're in charge. I demand you deal with this.
There's nothing to deal with.
I'll say.
Okay, all right, all right. Everyone breathe.
Everyone sits and takes a deep breath.
You know what this is?
Yep.
Shut up. This is a normal day with a bunch of friends who are done studying and a pen that maybe rolled away.
Rolled away.
Or fell down someone's shoe.
Let's check shoes.
Annie, fine. Someone in this room is hiding your pen. Want to know why? They feel terrible. They made a mistake. They waited too long to come forward, and now they feel bad.
They should.
Yeah.
Everyone ad-libs in agreement.
Okay, so, pen thief, we understand what happened, and we forgive you.
If you confess and apologize.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the trick. Because this person now has no reason not to come forward, if by some chance I get to the count of 3 and nobody comes forward, guess what? We have to accept that no one has the pen, don't we? Don't we? So here we go. 1, 2.
Pierce raises his hand. Britta and Abed point to him accusingly, and he gasps.
Pierce, do you have something to tell us?
Yes. Is it me, or has it become really obvious that Jeff took the pen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to make a bet, you jerks? Lockdown. Abed, seal the doors.
Jeff and Abed shut the study room doors on all sides.
Nobody leaves until this pen shows up.
I don't like this.
Yeah, tell it to the pen you might have.
Jeff makes a call on his phone.
Gwennifer, hi. Yeah, it's me. I can't make it. Well, tell your disappointment to suck it. I'm doing a bottle episode.
Jeff throws the phone on the table. Abed points. See? End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside of the study room, Jeff searches Troy's backpack and shakes it. Nothing comes out. Jeff pulls out the only thing in it, a back pillow.
Okay, you just became my hero.
Thank you.
No pen.
I can see that. Why do you keep taking that tone with me?
Oh, I'll field that. Because if nobody else has this pen, it means at some point you realized you had it, and we're too embarrassed to say, and we get to kill you.
I'm not hiding my own pen, you paranoid weirdo. Everyone stay within each other's eye lines, please. One of you is a monster.
Me next, right?
Abed offers his backpack.
Hold on. Can we please consider the threshold that we are crossing? We don't trust Abed?
He shredded my backpack.
He freed my pet monkey.
Because we corrupted him. He's our innocent.
You put gum in your hair.
Empty the bag, Abed.
Shirley nervously clutches her purse. Britta, Jeff, and Annie search Abed's bag.
Pierce, you don't have a bag?
Wrath.
Jeff, you don't have a bag?
Oh, I could never deprive the world of the portion of my chest the strap would cover.
Makes sense. So what's left? Shirley, a little hugging and crying, and then we're done?
Britta reads Abed's notebook.
Wait, Abed, why is my name in here?
That's mine.
Abed reaches for his notebook. Britta slaps his hand away.
And Shirley's and Annie's?
What is it?
Charts. Some kind of calendar?
That's my personal private business.
Abed reaches and Britta slaps his hand away again.
Annie 4 on, 28 off, next November 10th. Britta 5 on, 27 off. Oh my god, are you charting our menstrual cycles?
What? Gross.
Abed, this is so personal and so accurate.
Abed, this is really creepy. I don't understand why you would do this.
I can explain. Oh, I thought you'd keep yelling over me. Okay, I can explain. You know I have trouble reading people, and I say the wrong things sometimes, and I noticed it was happening more often with you three than it was with the others. And then I noticed fluctuating patterns and started graphing them, and by the time I realized what I was actually measuring, it started to yield really positive results for everybody. So I kept doing it.
Were you ever going to tell us about this? I feel so violated.
Annie starts crying. Abed offers her a tissue.
Thanks.
More chocolate?
Abed offers Annie candy. She takes it, then realizing, throws it back at him.
Oh, get away from me!
Abed just became my hero.
Pierce reaches for the notebook.
Can I have a little?
Shirley, Britta, and Annie cover the notebook.
No.
Sheesh. Guess it's true what they say about the sync-up.
Okay, if I could share a few words of sarcasm with whoever took this pen, I want to say thank you for doing this to me. For a while, I thought I'd have to suffer through a puppy parade, but I much prefer being entombed alive in a mausoleum of feelings I can neither understand nor reciprocate. So whoever you are, can I get you anything? Ice cream? Best friend medal? Anything? Mm-hmm. Okay, sarcasm over. Your last up, Shirley. Dump your comedically huge bag and end this.
Shirley clutches her purse tighter.
No thank you.
Well, 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 Harvey Keitel.
Well, what do you know, Henry David Thoreau?
My, oh my, Mike Tyson. Just empty the bag.
No, I don't have Annie's pen. I'm simply a Christian woman that doesn't open her bag.
What did the Christian woman think would happen when we got to her bag?
The Christian woman thought you'd find it on the Muslim.
Real nice.
Nicer than you, condom carrier.
Dump the bag or you're guilty.
No!
Pierce screams in pain, clutching one of his casted legs.
Oh Lord, he's thrown a clot. Pierce, call 911, Pierce!
Pierce grabs Shirley's bag.
No!
He tosses the bag to Troy.
No!
He tosses the bag to Jeff.
No!
Pierce, you didn't need to do that.
Yes, I did. All you guys do is talk. Leave me to do the things you won't do. People like you are the reason we took so long to get into Vietnam.
Jeff and Britta search Shirley's purse. Britta picks up an unopened pregnancy test box.
Is this what you were trying to hide, Shirley? A pregnancy test?
And more importantly, are they seriously marketing them to black women?
Jeff looks at the packaging with a professionally dressed black woman next to the label. You know, girl, pregnancy test. Yikes.
Guys, this is a terribly childish way to handle this kind of situation.
Annie snatches the box from Jeff, then excitedly saddles up to Shirley.
Does this mean you have a new boyfriend? Who?
Shirley takes the box from Annie.
Not that it's anyone's business. I recently reconnected with my husband over Labor Day. It seems the Lord may have a plan for us that doesn't include that stripper slut he ran away with.
You're not pregnant, Shirley. It's impossible.
Why does everyone think I'm old? I'm around Jeff's age. I have a uterus.
No, according to my charts, you couldn't have conceived around Labor Day weekend. You would have been ovulating on Halloween.
Troy goes bug-eyed, realizing a terrible secret.
Which is just as well, because I say if you're going to have a pregnant woman in one of these, I say go elevator labor or go home.
Halloween? Well, that's that then.
Yeah, what a relief. Looks like someone narrowly avoided a lifestyle mistake of their own. Oh, or is it only bad if you sleep with unmarried men?
The Bible doesn't recognize divorce, Britta. When you marry a man, he's your man.
Yeah, and after he marries someone else, if you jump into the sack with him, you're an angel. So long as you don't use protection.
I so hope you're enjoying this, and I hope whoever stole that pen enjoys it in hell.
Shirley grabs her purse and tries to leave. Pierce rolls his chair to block her at the door.
Nice try, Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
We all have an agreement. Nobody leaves till we find out.
Jeff jumps up and pushes away the table, losing it.
Yeah, here we go. We are going to find this pen. We are going to find that pen.
Jeff tears up the carpet.
Oh.
And if we can't find it, our children will find it.
Abed closes the window blinds. Jeff knocks over a bookcase.
Is it over here in these books? The pen?
Jeff dumps out supplies all over the floor.
This incredible, magical pen that nobody knows how it could disappear. Oh, maybe it's right here and here.
Troy joins Jeff in tearing through the drawers.
Guys, this is school property. Can't we just forget it? It's a pen.
Oh, it's a pen now? Really? It's not a principal anymore? Now it's just a pen. Why the change of heart?
You're not seriously accusing me. We searched my bag.
Which is exactly the last place you'd put it if you found it halfway through all this. In fact, assuming that one of us does have the pen, who among us has the most incentive to make sure it never sees the light of day?
Oh, you want to go there?
Yeah.
I'll go there.
Okay.
I was born there.
Really?
There's a place card there commemorating me.
Annie defiantly unbuttons her sweater.
What's going on and how can I help?
Annie, relax.
No, you relax, Jeff, or are you scared if you do it, my pen will fall out?
Annie rips off her top.
Oh, you precocious little bitch.
Jeff and Annie get in each other's faces and angrily strip. Pierce excitedly slowly unbuttons his shirt. Britta throws off her jacket.
Okay, guys, hey guys, stop! You're being completely illogical.
Jeff and Annie turn to Abed, freezing just as each is about to rip off their own shirt.
We need to flip the table, divide the group by gender, and then search each other in our underwear.
What?
Hard cut to.
All right. More white tank tops. Are we...
Hard cut to. Interior study room later. The room is a mess. On either side stands a half table flipped over on its side. Shirley, Britta, and Annie stand hidden behind one, Jeff, Abed, and Troy behind another. Pierce sits in his chair beside the boys. Everyone is in nothing but their underwear.
Now what?
Everybody shake. Enough to dislodge. Okay, anything hit before?
No.
No.
What are those underwear made out of? Look luxurious.
Oh, they're an organic soy cotton blend.
This Gwynnifer must be real special. Don't you usually wear the stripy turquoise Beetlejuice numbers?
What do you mean usually?
All right, end of the road. We've torn apart the room, we've stripped. There is absolutely no place left.
Everyone turns and looks at Pierce's casted legs.
No!
Suspicion grows throughout the group.
No!
Pierce blows into a straw, willing his wheelchair to escape. Jeff, Troy, Abed rush him.
No! No!
Cut 2. Interior study room later. Troy and Jeff use scissors to cut open Pierce's cast. Abed holds the wheelchair straw to prevent his escape.
Damn it! I broke my scissors.
Jeff's hands him more.
Here, be careful. It's the last pair we have. Also, don't cut his legs.
Pierce growls and tries to bite Abed's hand. The women gasp.
I'm worried we've gone too far. This is how supervillains are created. Can't you just make an inspiring winger speech about trust, throw in a few digs at an easy celebrity target, put a ribbon on this thing?
Abed, think about this for 1 second. If a single one of us leaves this room before we find that pen, how can any of us trust anyone in this group ever again?
Shirley gets dressed.
What's your hurry?
I'm clothing myself. I'm not comfortable standing around in my all together like you two anorexic Jezebels.
Britta and Annie gasp, hurt.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was really mean. I don't know where that came from.
We've all been through a lot today, and I'm sure this pregnancy scare is weighing on has been weighing on you all week, right?
Annie puts a comforting arm around Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why you took my pen?
What?
Where are you hiding it, judgy beast?
Oh my goodness!
Annie tries to search Shirley, but she fights her off.
All right, here we go.
Jeff and Troy pull away Pierce's casts. They grunt from the force, then everyone groans from the awful stink.
Oh, it smells like a Waffle House sink.
Pierce, are you using Slim Jims to scratch your legs?
Have we not gotten to a place free of judgment yet?
Troy searches Pierce's open casts, finding tongs, drumsticks, and Slim Jims.
This isn't it. This isn't it. Where is it? Where's the pen? Where's the pen? Where's the pen?
Dean Pelton makes an announcement over the intercom.
It's getting a little chilly outside, so the animal wranglers have asked that every student pick up a puppy and hold it so they stay warm while the volunteers hand out tiny puppy-sized hats. Honestly, I don't know why I'm making these announcements anyways. There can't be anyone who isn't already on the quad.
The study group sits around deflated. Pierce eats a Slim Jim from his cast. End of Act 2. All right. Inside of the study room, the study group is now dressed, sitting together in the destroyed study room.
Annie, I'd just like to say, on behalf of whoever actually stole this pen, I really am sorry about all this.
I knew it was you.
I knew it was you.
All I know is it could be any of you.
And for all we know, it's you.
I wish it were. I really do. I wish I could just find it behind my ear. I'd rather be that stupid than have to think any of us might be this inconsiderate.
After all we've been through, it seems almost impossible.
It seems less than impossible. Something impossible actually seems more likely.
Winger's speech. Take us home.
What if a ghost took the pen?
Let him finish.
I am finished. For real. Honestly, seriously, why not? Why not a ghost took the pen?
Okay, I've been saying that for hours.
And we should have been listening to Troy from the beginning. Guys, look it in your hearts and answer this question honestly. What's more likely, that someone in this group doesn't belong in this group, or ghost? If we have to choose between turning on each other or pinning it on some specter with unfinished pen-related business, I'm sorry, but my money's on the ghost.
Well, I'm not a religious person, but I've seen specials on the paranormal. Anything's possible.
Relative to the alternative, it actually seems more logical to me.
Why would a ghost want a pen?
Troy?
Okay, so I see it as a lot like the movie Paranormal Activity, except for more boring and fancy. And I think in 1856, it is possible that a man was beheaded while he was writing in his diary to his long-lost love. And now he roams the halls of Greendale screaming for his pen so he can write her a love letter. I need her, I need her, he screams as he looks for his pen.
Fade 2. Inside the library, the study group leaves their study room in shambles with their friendship repaired, smiling and hugging. Dean Pelton walks by and does a double take at the destroyed study room.
What the hell did you people do in there?
Something you and your puppies could only dream of, you non-miraculous son of a bitch.
Miraculous?
The group leaves. Dean Pelton chases after them.
Wait, Abed!
Inside of the study room, from an air vent emerges Troy's pet monkey, Annie's Boobs. He takes a spoon from the rec room and crawls back into the vents. Inside of the air vents, Annie's Boobs takes the spoon to his nest full of bracelets, baubles, mugs, and pens. So many pens. He's a very happy monkey. End of Act 3. Tag. Outside in the quad, Dean Pelton narrates the puppy parade. A puppy sits on a float of orange and red leaves with Thanksgiving decorations.
Now, who can resist falling in love with our next float? This Autumn Colors puppy reminds us that while the leaves might be changing, responsible pet ownership is always in season.
The next puppy sits on a float that looks like it's made of bubbles holding elegant decorations.
Oh, here's a crowd favorite, the Top and Tails float. A champagne bath and a red sports car? Let's hope he's single.
The next float carries a puppy to a kitten surrounded by hearts. The sign reads, Equality plus Togetherness.
Okay. Well, this one feels a little preachy. Oh, boo. Boo.
End of episode.
How much is my...
All right. Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design, written by Chris McKenna. Hold open. Inside of the dean's office, Dean Pelton prints out Jeff Winger's transcripts. He calls out to his assistant.
Agnes, cancel my appointments.
What appointments?
Wishful thinking.
Inside the study room, Annie shows off her new diorama.
It's called Alternative Energy, the Key to a Brighter Tomorrow.
Annie turns a key and drives a toy car from an apocalyptic wasteland to a bright farm with happy critters.
Notice all the animals wearing sunglasses?
Because it's brighter tomorrow.
Yeah.
My boys are in elementary and don't make as many dioramas as we do.
The whole environmental club is making them for Green Week. This afternoon in the cafeteria, we're having a bio diorama-rama. I heard one kid made a diorama about a world without dioramas.
Abed, it's still cool if I sleep over at your place tonight, right?
Totally. And since we're both done with classes, we can start the sleepover right now.
Let's get in our pajamas and build a blanket fort.
Let's do it.
Troy and Abed jump up.
Blanket fort. Wow.
You can come hang out with us if you want.
Thanks, but I think I'll find something more grown up to do.
Okay, enjoy eating fiber and watching The Mentalist.
Troy and Abed exit.
Britta, that wasn't nice.
I'm sorry, Shirley, but who wants to hang out in a blanket fort with grown men in tiny underoos?
Hello.
On cue, Dean Pelton enters.
So, Jeffrey, I was just looking over your class schedule.
Why?
Maybe it was a random spot check. Maybe it was a specific spot check. Maybe I'm making a scrapbook. The point is, you will not be receiving credit for your independent study. Conspiracy theories in U.S. history?
What? Why not?
Because the class doesn't exist, and neither does the Professorson.
What? That's his name.
Oh,
It's Dutch. I think it means professor.
I think it means poppycock.
The ultimate Jeff Winger blow-off class. The one that doesn't exist.
Now, I have to audit an entire system for shenanigans, which means bye-bye weekends. Bye-bye. Bye-bye riding at Starbucks till a certain Persian barista asks me about my novel.
God, Jeff, it's one thing to blow off regular classes, but it devalues all the credits I work very hard for.
I defend myself and say this is nuts. I've been meeting with this professor in his office every Wednesday all semester.
Professorson.
Yes.
Really? You're going to commit to this?
Commit to what? Reality?
Okay, then. Please, lead me to Professorson.
Gladly.
This I gotta see.
I always dreamt of playing charades with you, Jeffrey. Just not like this. Not on dry land.
Jeff followed by Pelton and Annie exit. End of cold open. Act 1, Abed's room. Troy and Abed put the finishing touches on their blanket fort.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
After a beat, they looked dissatisfied.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
We're too big for this, aren't we?
Yeah. If we went 2 pillows higher in the corner, we could vault the ceiling, bump up the square footage, make this a blanket fort for men.
Troy and Abed beatbox excitedly. Inside the hallway, Jeff leads Annie and Pelton to a door.
Well, here we are, Professorson's office.
Jeff opens the door. It's just a utility closet. Annie scoffs.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. You guys have to believe me. I've spent a whole year studying conspiracy theories with Professorson right here. Wait, of course. Conspiracy theories. This is a test. He's teaching me about real conspiracies by erasing his existence.
My God, do you know what this means? That's how stupid Jeff thinks other people are.
I always knew you were lazy, but I didn't realize that you would stoop to such pathetic lies.
A mysterious man emerges from the adjacent closet. Oh my God.
One man's lies are another man's truth. Wouldn't you say, Jeff?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Professorson.
Wow, you really had me going there for a second, Professor. I thought I was going insane.
Precisely. An actual conspiracy to round out your education in conspiracies and theories thereof.
Your real name is Professorson.
My family name is Professor Berg, but we changed it when we were fleeing from the Nazis.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
You've probably never heard of me. I primarily teach night school. My faculty ID.
Professor Professorson presents Pelton his photo ID. It reads Professor P. Professorson.
Huh. Well, I guess I've never stuck around late enough to meet you at night school. You night school professors. TV's gotten crazy good, you know.
Professorson's phone rings dramatically. Dun, dun, dun!
Well, I have to take this. Thank you for indulging me, Dean. Jeff, read chapters 10 through 12 of Douglas and see you next week. That is, if I still exist.
See you, Professor.
Sorry to doubt you, Jeffrey. More importantly, out with this audit. Back to chapter 1 of Time Desk, The Chronicles of Dean Dangerous.
Dean Pelton waves goodbye and exits.
That is going to be the worst book I'll ever read cover to cover.
I'm a terrible friend. I accused you of being a lying cheat. Can you ever forgive me?
Sure. Here's the thing, though. I've never seen that guy in my life.
What? That wasn't Professor Professorson?
There is no Professor Professorson. I made him up. I forged a form with a phony teacher and class for a free credit.
I knew it. Oh, you lying cheat. Wait, then who was that?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
No, no.
End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside the hallway, Annie and Jeff walk through the hall.
What should we do?
I think we should grab some lunch.
I'm serious.
So am I. I just saw Fat Neil headed to the cafeteria with that look in his eye. We've got 10 minutes to grab the last lima bean.
Jeff, you made up a professor and he just appeared out of thin air. You're not the least bit curious about what happened?
My latest theory? Maybe I'm a god. I've denied the signs for too long.
So typical. You're just going to blow off what happened?
Yes, especially when a not blowing off might cost me my free credit. Now do me a favor, be very un-Annie and blow it off too.
Oh, sure. Oh, I'll just blow it off. I'll just blow everything off. Heck, I guess I'll just blow off walking.
Annie stops right in front of Jeff.
Okay.
And now I'll just blow off standing.
Annie drops to the floor. Yes.
I'm just blowing everything off.
Students step over Annie. Jeff walks on.
Maybe I'll just blow off talking language.
Okay.
Bleep, 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 blah, bleep, blah, blah.
Inside of Abed's dorm, Pavel, Abed's Polish roommate, knocks on the door and enters.
Hey, bros, what's the haps?
Pavel's surprised by the massive blanket fort covering the entire room. Troy and Abed poke their heads out.
Whoa, sweet fort. Can I come inside?
Czy możesz stać nam sekundę?
Subtitled, can you give us a second?
Gorbin Le.
Subtitled, Corn You Gorbin Blah. Troy and Abed duck back into the blanket fort. They emerge a beat later in totally different spots.
You could, Pavel. Or maybe the inside could come to you.
How would you characterize the amount of blankets and pillows you have?
A buttload. I get wicked cold, bros. Mad sleepy.
Inside the study room, Jeff finds Annie trying to move her massive diorama.
If you're here to help me take my diorama to the biodiorama-rama, I can do it myself.
Yes, you made that clear in your 11th I can do it myself text. You even work too hard at passive aggression, you know that?
Hey, so do you know anything about Greendale's night school?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the worst thing you could ever hope to be in, only at night. Damn it, Annie, have you been playing detective? You're gonna nasty screw me out of this credit.
Relax. I only asked the administration desk if I could borrow a faculty directory. And take a look at this.
Annie shows Jeff a picture of the directory. There's a picture resembling Professor Professorson.
Is that Professorson?
His real name is Professor Woolley, and he actually does teach night school here. Why would someone you've never met pretend to be your phony professor? He was already carrying a falsified faculty credential. Do you know what this means?
Yes, you're making me do work for my fake conspiracy class.
Exactly. There's a conspiracy here. A dark, vast conspiracy that may just go all the way to the top.
This is Greendale, Annie. If there's a conspiracy, it goes all the way to the slightly below the middle.
Annie tries to turn on her diorama, but the keys won't turn.
Wait a minute. Something's wrong. My car won't start.
Jeff gets a call.
Hold on 1 second. Hello?
Tell your little friend to stop snooping around night school. Otherwise, things might get explosive.
The line goes dead.
Annie!
In slow motion, Jeff tackles Annie to the ground, just as the toy car on her diorama makes a slight electrical pop.
You okay?
Yeah,
I probably didn't need to tackle you.
probably not.
Jeff examines the exploded toy car.
Looks like someone sent us a message. A tiny, thoroughly underwhelming message. I hope you've already laid out your outfit for tomorrow morning, because we're going to night school.
Inside of the dorms that night, the blanket fort expands the entire length of the dorm, through the hall and into various rooms built by several students. Leonard hands Troy a bundle of blankets.
I stole these from my son's house.
When does a fort stop being a fort?
Hey, as long as it's still made out of blankets, right?
This will be perfect for the Pierce's Mom Memorial Tunnel.
Inside the hallway at night, Jeff and Annie wander the halls.
So this is night school, but where's Professor Woolley's class? How about this one?
No, that's Professor Huck's class, history of something.
You can't pronounce it?
No, it literally says history of something.
Annie hands Jeff the night school class list.
Let me see that. Principles of Intermediate? Studyology? Class 101? Look, this one just says learning with an exclamation point.
At the end of the hall, Professor Professorson wanders out, not expecting Jeff and Annie. He gasps.
Hello, Professor Professorson. Or should I say Woolley?
What class are you teaching tonight, Professor?
Math.
Math?
Uh-huh.
Do you mind if we sit in?
Not at all. Right this way.
Professor Professorson leads Jeff and Annie down the hall.
So what kind of math do you teach, Professor?
Oh, you know, math. Numbers, pi, new math.
Professor Professorson fakes going for a drink at the water fountain and takes off running.
Get him!
Jeff and Annie give chase. Cut to Professor Professorson arrives at the edge of the blanket fort, now stretching throughout the school. He crawls inside. Annie and Jeff are right behind him.
He went into that blanket fort!
Inside the blanket fort, Annie and Jeff crawl past the other students.
I think he went this way.
You see him?
No.
They run into Troy and Abed eating snacks.
Troy! Abed!
Annie, welcome to Fluffy Town. No smoking, no farting, no pillow fighting.
We're in a chase.
That's allowed.
There he is.
Jeff points out Professor Professorson crawling away. Troy and Abed turn on headlamps.
Follow us.
Abed leaves Annie, Jeff, and Troy.
But afterward, you should really check out our Civil Rights Museum.
Just as they nearly catch Professor Professorson, Leonard blocks Abed's path.
Leonard, back up.
You shouldn't even be in here, Leonard. You already have 3 farting strikes against you.
He's getting away.
I know a shortcut through the Turkish district.
Troy leads the group through an area decorated with hanging beads and lights. They pass a hookah lounge and spot Britta in an eyes-wide shot as party, being fed grapes by a shirtless guy.
Britta?
Hey!
Go!
There he is.
As Jeff spots Professor Professorson, the group is stopped by passers-by in old-timey European outfits with instruments.
What the hell is this?
Isn't that him playing the Treditsnik?
Oh, it was Latvian Independence Parade.
Ah, my bad. Latvian Independence Parade. Don't look at me, they had the proper permits.
Dang it, we lost him. Lucky I sent the diorama card to the chem lab so we could have the explosive analyzed. We could.
Isn't that him playing the Treditsniks?
Troy points out Professor Professorson at the end of the parade holding a traditional instrument. Jeff tackles him.
Nice try, Woolley. Now tell us everything.
Hell, you. I'll show you.
Inside of night school, stacks of boxes, records, papers, and printers fill the office space. Annie and Jeff are brought in by Professor Professorson.
What is this place?
This, Annie, is night school. Every student, every teacher, every class, figments. Puffs of hot air from the lips of a ghost in the shadow of a unicorn's dream. I made it up. Night school doesn't exist. I used to be a student here at Greendale like you, Jeff. Then one day, I invented a fake course to get a free credit. To keep up the lie, I had to create a fake teacher who needed other fake classes that needed to be filled with other fake students, and so on, and so on, and so on, etc.
Did you just mispronounce etc.?
My Latin class was fake, Jeff. Like all my classes, like my life. Aren't you listening?
Yeah, I am. And a very familiar feeling is starting to come over me. A feeling someone is trying to teach me something.
Jeff, the only thing that's ever been learned in this room is regret. Would that this desk were a time desk so that I could correct my past mistakes, ride dinosaurs, fight with Jack the Ripper.
Wait a minute. Unicorns, ghost lips, time desk? Doesn't any of this over-stylized garbage remind you of anyone? Everything this guy says is ripped from the sure-to-be unpublished pages of Dean Dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I think you do. By the way, next time you walk someone to your fake lair, don't pass the theater department. Drama Professor Sean Garrity.
Jeff reveals a poster of Professor Professorson in a dramatic pose that reads, Hamlet, starring Professor Sean Garrity.
Whoa.
Thank God. That character was killing me. Word of advice, if you ever scrape the dean's car, don't tell him you're going to pay him back in acting. On Thanksgiving, I'm supposed to crash his family dinner and accuse him of stealing my girlfriend.
Wow. I guess this did go all the way to the top. I'm calling the dean right now and giving him a piece of my mind.
No, wait. Garrity, does the theater department have any of those prop guns that fire blanks?
Of course. We just did a modern retelling of Macbeth set in gangland Chicago.
Oh, fresh take. And you think I'm lazy.
Prop guns? Jeff, what do you have in mind?
A little demonstration for the dean on the dangers of trying to educate me. He doesn't like fake classes? Well, he's about to get a real lesson on the fact that Jeff Winger never learns.
End of Act 2. Act 3. Inside the study room, Annie spots the dean through the closed window blinds.
Here he comes. Get set.
Dean Pelton enters.
Wanted to see me? Oh.
Pelton freezes, seeing Professor Professorson sitting at the table.
Hi, Mr. Professorson.
His real name is Wooly, and he's defrauded your school to the tune of dozens of credits per year, nearly twice as many dollars.
Ooh, well, that's serious. Fortunately for you, I'm a big believer in second chances.
I'm not.
Annie pulls out a gun and shoots Professor Professorson in the back.
Annie! Annie! Oh my God! You shot him!
Of course I shot him. He was being dishonest. And if there's one thing Greendale's taught me, it's...
Dean Pelton draws his own gun and shoots Annie.
What the hell?
She had a gun!
It was a fake gun. We staged this to get back at you for deceiving us.
Oh, you're the deceiver, Jeffrey.
Yeah? Well, now you're the dead guy.
Jeff draws a gun and shoots Dean Pelton. Annie jumps up, totally fine.
Jeff, what are you doing? Why did you have a real gun? Why did you shoot the dean?
Well, he shot you.
Not really. He and I were in this from the start. When he found out you were faking a class, he came to me and we cooked up this thing to illustrate the slippery slope of academic fraud.
Annie breaks down sobbing.
You know what you actually illustrated, Annie? How to be a crappy friend.
Jeff helps Dean Pelton stand up, totally fine.
Once it was obvious the dean had orchestrated everything, it was even more obvious that the dean was too stupid to orchestrate anything.
Mm-hmm.
So on a hunch, I called him and we hatched a plan to teach you a lesson or two about friendship.
But Jeff, I only did it because I love you.
Well, when you love someone, you have to take them as they are. People aren't playthings, Annie.
No, they are not.
Look who's talking. After everything you've put me through?
Annie reveals a real gun and points it at Jeff.
Okay, where did you get that gun? There were only 3 prop guns.
Well, I live in a terrible neighborhood.
Annie, put the gun down.
After we kissed, I waited all summer to see you. You buried me like a shameful secret. What's the matter, Jeff? Afraid crazy Annie would go crazy for you? Well, guess what? Annie's got a gun.
Annie, just put the...
Bang, bang, bang. Annie shoots Jeff 3 times and he drops dead. Dean Pelton screams and sobs.
Annie! What have you done?
If you love Jeff Winger so much, why did you conspire with him against me?
I don't know. I can't keep track of it anymore. I just keep teaming up with whoever suggests it.
Glad to hear you admit it.
Dean Pelton screams as Jeff picks himself up.
When I called you to ask you to double cross Danny, you didn't hesitate for a second.
Do you even understand what a conspiracy is? If you conspire with every person that approaches you, you're not even really conspiring with anyone. You're just doing random crap.
I know, I'm sorry. I just want to have fun with you guys. I got crazy cooped up in my little office, and time travel is really hard to write about.
Professor Professorson rises.
Okay, if I'm keeping track right, we should be done. I'll just take these back to the theater department.
He collects the prop guns. The door opens and Officer Kikowski enters with a shotgun.
Police, drop the weapons.
Jeff and Annie duck down.
Down on the ground.
Dean Pelton screams and hits the deck.
Don't shoot, officer! Don't shoot, please, they're fake.
Bang! The shotgun blasts through Professor Professorson. Everyone screams.
Prop guns!
Well, I guess it just goes to show you. Prop guns belong backstage.
And scene.
You have got to be kidding me.
Dean Pelton rocks back and forth in the fetal position.
Professor Garrity told me what all you were up to. Made me mad. Guns aren't toys. Fact. In 100% of all fake gun-related shootings, the victim is always the one with the fake gun. Hey, Sean, you want to get breakfast?
I do.
So, Sean, we're still on for Thanksgiving, right?
Just talk to your father, Craig.
Dean Pelton cries and pulls his hood over his head.
That this hoodie were a time hoodie.
Hey, Dean, how about that credit?
No.
Damn it.
Inside the blanket fort that night, the study group enjoys snacks in their pajamas.
I'm not sure what lessons we've managed to teach each other, but I'm proud of Annie. She took deception like Abed took to Cougar Town.
Really good.
Especially when she went off script.
You said to be convincing.
Check it out, bros. You made the front page.
Pavel shows Troy and Abed their blanket fort in the school paper. The headline reads, "Inside Greendale's Hottest Pillow Fort. Blanket fort craze sweeping campus nationwide."
You know what this means?
Gone mainstream.
Initiate Protocol Omega.
Troy and Abed turn on their headlamps and crawl to 2 socks hanging from the ceiling. They nod at each other and pull. The entire blanket fort comes down on top of all the students. Troy and Abed emerge to see Leonard in the hall running with a mini TV.
We've started looting!
Want to build a cardboard submarine?
Get out of my brain.
End of Act 3. Tag. Inside the study room, Troy and Abed write a story.
Once.
Upon. Time.
There.
Was.
A.
Big.
Spaceship.
And.
Aliens.
And.
Mercenaries.
And.
War.
And
betrayal,
and
romance,
and
karate,
and
credits,
the
and
we should write a screenplay together.
cool. Cool.
End of episode.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, written by Andrew Guest. Cold open. Black.
Gather close, that you might hearken the story of Fat Neil. Born stout of heart, but large of bone, his adolescent years were shadowed by scorn and mockery.
Neil stands in a spotlight against a black background. High school bullies mock him from afar.
Hey, fatty, fatty.
Fatty.
Games, books, and dice fill the screen.
Outlets of fantasy afforded him some escape from the darkness throughout high school. And, as a man, he traveled far, to a new school and a new beginning.
An ancient-looking map from high school to Greendale Community College.
Or so he thought.
In the hallway, Neil walks down the hall. He stops for a drink of water at the fountain and hears...
They're down there by Fat Neil.
Neil looks up in horror.
It's Fat Neil.
It's Fat Neil.
Inside the cafeteria, Neil tries to enjoy his lunch.
The name became a joke.
A couple of rude students passed by.
All of Fat Neil's having.
Inside a classroom,
The joke became his life.
Neil raises his hand. The teacher points to him.
Yes, Fat Neil?
And Neil fell again into darkness. Only this time his thoughts turned to an escape of which we dare not speak. But pain need not be spoken to be known, not to all.
In the back of the room, Jeff ponders Neil's nickname.
It was, strangely, Jeff the Liar, son of William the barely known, who first became concerned.
Inside Greendale's common area, Jeff approaches Neil, reading a Dungeons and Dragons sourcebook.
Neil,
It was Jeff who pretended to be interested in Dungeons and Dragons in an effort to lift Neil's spirits.
Inside the Greendale library, Neil lays a stack of books on the table in front of Jeff.
And when Jeff's fake interest resulted in Neil giving Jeff all his books, explaining he wouldn't need them anymore, it was Annie, the day planner herself, a recovering head case that recognized the signs of coming doom.
Concerned, Annie and Jeff watch Neil walk away.
A council was called.
Black screen.
Troy, the obtuse.
Troy smiles at the camera.
Shirley, the cloying.
I know.
Abed, the undiagnosable.
Britta on her soapbox.
Julian Assange is a modern-day Thomas Paine.
Britta, the needlessly defiant.
Pierce mugs the camera, arms crossed.
For reasons that should be obvious, Pierce the insensitive, known also as Pierce the dickish, and Grandpa the flatulent, was not invited.
Inside the storage room, the study group minus Pierce discuss their plans.
The group agreed that what Fat Neil needed most was to feel like a winner for a change. They would invite Neil that Saturday to a game of Dungeons and Dragons designed by Abed to help Neil reclaim his confidence.
The group put their hands in a circle over D&D source books.
For
Neil.
Neil.
An extra hand joins the circle.
At the end of the meeting, they realized that Shang had been there and felt too awkward to mention it.
Chang smiles at the group. Inside the hallway, Jeff, Annie, Shirley, Troy, Abed, Britta, and Chang walk down the hall in epic slow motion.
What they couldn't have known was that they had just scheduled the most important game of Dungeons and Dragons ever. A game which not only might save a life, but which could forever change the balance between good and Pierce.
Pierce watches the Fellowship from the shadows. End of cold open. Act 1. Inside the study room, everyone awkwardly smiles at Neil, trying way too hard.
Hi.
Hey, Neil. This is gonna be awesome, yo.
Chang's face and hands are painted pitch black. He wears pointed ears, a white wig, and otherwise normal clothes.
So we're just gonna ignore that hate crime, huh?
10 years from now, we want. I'm a dark elf or a drow.
Shouldn't you be wearing armor or something?
I'm an elf, not a nerd.
You guys just suddenly wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It's cool.
And when you play it, it makes you happy, like a dragon.
Okay, hi. I'm your Dungeon Master. We will be playing this adventure, The Caverns of Draconis.
Ooh.
I understand Neil has his own character named Duquesne that he's been playing for years, so I made these for you guys. Take your time, choose your character carefully. They each have their own unique combinations of strengths and...
Everyone randomly grabs a character sheet from the center of the table.
Alrighty.
Shouldn't there be a board or some pieces or something to Jenga?
No, this is a role-playing game. It takes place entirely in our collective imagination.
Ooh, Neil.
I tell a story, and you make choices in the story. Let's begin. You're all standing on a country road. Legend has it, the evil dragon Draconis dwells nearby, guarding a massive pile of treasure. Working as a team, your goal is to track down the dragon, kill him, and then claim the treasure as your own. Jeff, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? What do I do? Roll dice?
You tell me what you want to do, then I'll roll the dice to see if you're successful.
What are my choices?
Okay, you're slowing things down, Jeff. Shirley, what do you want to do?
I'd like to introduce myself to the group. Hello, I'm a dwarf named Zibbity Doo.
Okay, I'm not the best at making up names.
Oh, hey, I'm Mar. Boy, you weren't kidding.
Hello, Mar. My name is Bing Bong the Archer. I'm an archer and such.
I'm, Hector the Well-Endowed? Abed!
I didn't know you just grabbed one at random. I made that one with Troy in mind.
Troy and Abed do their friend handshake.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Okay, hi, I'm Lavertica. I have 3 armors, boots, belt, a torch.
Wait, let her finish.
Worst introduction ever. Check it. I am Brutalapa, the magician, magic user, baby. What?
An arrow flies through the air, almost hitting Brutalitops. 6 goblins are running toward you from the tree line, drawing daggers.
Oh.
I attack them using my additional notes.
There's no effect. Britta?
I want to know why these goblins are attacking us. Maybe these woods are their rightful land, and from their perspective...
People.
You've been shot by an arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurts. Jeff?
I take my throwing knife and I throw it, knife style.
You do 10 points of damage.
Look at that. What am I not good at?
Sex.
Jeff is shook.
But the goblins are surrounding you on all sides.
I draw my +3 Sword of Duquesne and attack in a 180-degree arc.
The goblins are terrified as Duquesne draws his powerful glowing sword of Duquesne from its sheath and, in one move, slices the throats of 3 charging goblins.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Both the goblins run away.
Great job with the sword. You saved us. What would we have done if you didn't exist?
Dial it back, Lavernica.
Everyone shivers as a chill runs through the room. Pierce stands in the doorway.
Pierce, what are you doing here?
How about you answer that question? What the hell is this little tea party?
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
First of all, gay. Second of all, stupid. And thirdly, why was this a secret? Are you cutting me out of the group?
I guess we must have forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You remembered to invite Al Jolston over here.
Chang realizes he's in blackface and gets this episode banned from all major streaming sites 9 years later.
And you remembered to let Fatty sit in my chair. Get out! You're stretching it!
Neil gets up from Pierce's usual spot.
Pierce, can we talk to you outside for a second?
Kind of missed that opportunity already.
Yeah, but there's a very specific reason.
Let's just play, all right?
I don't have a character for you.
I don't care. I just want to play the game. I don't need a character.
You too.
Just put me in the stupid game now.
Okay, as you watch the goblins retreat, you notice a 67-year-old naked man with no weapons lying in the wet grass shivering. His name is...
Pierce Hawthorne, and I'm 66, dick.
In about 13 turns, he will die of exposure. Jeff.
I wait 14 turns.
Screw you guys. I'm going to win.
Neil pulls up a chair between Jeff and Britta.
I go to the naked man and I give him my cloak. Pierce, I am Duquesne, of Clan Duquesne.
Dumb name. I'm going to take a sword. Can I take a sword?
You got a sword.
Pierce, knock it off. You're playing the game wrong.
We'll see.
Okay, I take the Duquesne sword from the naked man.
I attack him. I attack Blackface.
It's a critical hit. You decapitated him. Metallitips is dead.
What? No!
Chang, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask for your character sheet.
Dramatic elven music plays as Chang hands over his character sheet and exits. As he does, Chang fades away with the sound of a hawk screech.
So your turn.
I run.
What? You run?
Naked man is running into the woods.
He has my sword.
Can we catch him, please?
Well, the cloak that Duquesne gave him was an elven cloak of wind walking, which is double speed, so no, he's gone.
Damn it.
It took me 10 years and 50 campaigns to get that sword.
Really? Maybe I'll wipe my ass with it and throw it off a cliff. That's for sitting in my chair, fatty.
Neil fights back tears.
I take it that means I'm winning?
End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside the study room, Neil looks devastated.
Pierce, you've made your point. You can ruin anything. Now come back and give Neil his sword.
Can't hear you over the sound of me rubbing the sword in my balls.
Pierce!
Ew!
You have successfully rubbed your balls on the sword.
Abed, don't help him. You're the dungeon master. Just kill Pierce and give Neil back his sword. He's upset.
I'm the dungeon master. I have to be impartial, but the game has no meaning.
Can you just give Neil a new sword?
Yeah.
That sword is one of a kind, forged by my ancestors.
I hump it.
That's it. Pierce, Abed, I need to have a talk with you in the hall.
Inside the library, Jeff drags Pierce out by the arm, followed by Abed.
What? Hey! Hey!
That kid in there is severely depressed.
Oh yeah, is that what he told you? From the looks of it, he's been using that line since he was 5 years old to get an exercise of pi.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't like being excluded, Jeff. Do you?
Yes. Now go in there and tell him you're giving him his sword, or you are out of the study group.
I'm sick of you threatening me and talking to me like a kid. Giving me that look you give me like I can't get erections.
What?
Abed, I keep running.
Okay, but since you're working against the group, I need to separate you from them.
Good. Who wants to sit with a bunch of fat crybabies anyway? Call me when you're ready for my next move.
Pierce exits down the hall. Inside the study room,
Pierce refuses to give back the sword. Our new goal is to find him and kill him.
I think I just want to go home.
Jeff sits beside Neil.
Neil, do not do that. We're going to get the sword back, okay? Now, is there a way of moving faster than whatever he's moving and is capable of whatever?
I guess if we had a Pegasus.
If that's sarcasm, I can't tell because everything in this game is silly. Abed, can we get a Pegasus?
I can't give you information like that.
Well, there's got to be a town nearby. We will go to this town and ask around about a Pegasus.
Huzzah! Is that right?
The camera tracks over Abed's drawn maps.
And so it was that the group began to describe themselves walking. And they described themselves walking. And so did Abed confirm. They walked.
I walk with them.
Until...
This is a local elf tavern, but all races are welcome.
Aww.
It's a crowded, rowdy evening. Beleaguered gnomes hurry to and fro with glasses of mead for the thirsty elves.
Beleaguered? Why are they beleaguered?
Who cares?
I find a waiter and introduce myself.
Glarby, glarb, glarb.
Why is he a pirate?
He's a gnome. He only speaks gnome.
Anybody here speak gnome?
Oh, I do. Lavernica does.
This will be painless.
Hello, my friend and brother.
How can I help you, dear madam?
Oh, please, no need for such deference. I'm no better than a gnome.
Yes, you are, madam. You are a human warrior, which is at least 5 species classes greater than I.
That's disgusting. Don't talk like that.
I'm so sorry, madam. Please don't report me for execution.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Guys, we gotta do something about these gnomes.
Frida, ask the stupid gnome where we can get a Pegasus.
Did someone say Pegasus? A word I understand in every language.
Death seeds. Inside the storage room, Garrett brings Pierce a stack of D&D source books.
Okay, here's all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff I could find. I had to carry it all the way from my car. It's very heavy, and my doctor said...
Pierce waves a candy bar in front of his face. He throws it, and Garrett chases after the chocolate. Pierce thumbs through the books and finds the Caverns of Draconis and smiles maniacally. Inside the study room.
Following the directions given to you by the gnome, you arrive at a field full of majestic Pegasi.
Finally.
But they are guarded by a mysterious and beautiful elf maiden who seems drawn to Mar.
Oh, okay. Well, I explained that we need a Pegasus, and I don't know, promise to fill it up before we get back.
He flirts with you.
I flirt back.
Oh.
I say something sexy.
Like what?
Abed. Okay. Excuse me. I don't normally do this, but you are the most beautiful creature I've ever seen, and I would really love a Pegasus.
Ugh.
Works for me.
Very handsome, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm not really comfortable with this.
My stable has a bedding of heather. Perhaps you'd be more comfortable indoors.
Abed, try to look at what you're doing and understand that I don't want to.
You offended the elf maiden. She seems disinterested in doing business with you today.
What?
All right, come on. Can we just do this? Hi, hello. I'm Hector, the well-endowed. You've got a bunch of Pegasi. Let's make a deal.
What kind of deal?
All right. I take her by the hand. I lead her to the stable. I light a candle, rip off a piece of tunic, which I fashion into a blindfold.
I like to, but I don't know if I...
I place it gently over the elf maiden's eyes. I slowly...
Both fall back, exhausted, but still entwined.
Okay, great. I stroke her hair lovingly and spoon her for the appropriate amount of time before leaving.
How long is that?
Cool. The elf maiden, thoroughly satisfied, promises you a flock of Pegasi.
Oh, excellent.
You guys can take a break. I should check on Pierce.
Inside the storage room, Abed knocks and enters.
Pierce?
I'm here.
Pierce shifts on a makeshift throne, drinking wine from a goblet.
I need to know what you want to do next.
So many things, Abed. So many things.
Inside the study room, Abed leads a defeated-looking Pierce back in.
Guys, I'm bringing Pierce back into the room. Because while soaring above the forest of Ingold, we spot a body in an elven cloak in the clearing below.
We got you, dummy. We land.
He lands safely in the wooded clearing. He's face down, barely moving, full of blood underneath him.
I can't tell you how long I've dreamed of this moment in the game.
Neil's sword?
Clutched in the right hand of the body is the sword of Duquesne.
Sir, I believe this is yours.
Jeff mimes presenting Neil with the sword.
Thank you, Jeff.
Once you get close enough to take the sword, you can see that this body, while definitely dying, is not Pierce.
What? I turn it over.
The gnome waiter from the tavern.
What? No. Why?
Goodbye, my friend. Thank you for being so respectful towards me.
Who did this to you, gnome waiter?
Kyle's face. But just so you know, my name is Kyle.
Kyle dies as a hawk screeches.
Britta, he was an imaginary waiter.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Now.
You hear a low rumble on the other side of the tree line, followed by a shrill screech and the beating of heavy wings against the sky. The role of Annie will now be played by Casey.
Wait, wings? What's going on?
Inside the storage room, flashback.
Tell me, Abed, are you familiar with the Amberg region of the Edelman River Basin?
Of course I am.
Then you'll know there's a reflecting pool with a very special amulet at the bottom of it. An amulet that allows the wearer full control over...
Draconus.
The hideous Draconus, an all-powerful red dragon, crashes through the trees into the clearing. Riding atop his shoulders, naked as the day he was born, and controlling Draconus with the amulet is...
Say it.
Pierce Hawthorne.
Annie sobs. Pierce stands and puts his hands on Abed's shoulders.
Scream what I told you to scream.
Pierce Hawthorne is my master. Prepare to meet your doom.
I run towards Pierce with my broadsword drawn and I attack.
Time stop.
Time stop?
Draconus has tons of spells. 6 of you are completely frozen and helpless.
This is why I wanted to play Chutes and Ladders.
Fine, Pierce. You win. Just kill us and end this.
Oh no. Killing's too good for you. Cast shape change on Duquesne.
What shape do you choose for him?
Fat.
Pierce, stop it!
Pierce!
Duquesne starts gaining weight. How much?
Make him as fat Neil.
Neil breaks and begins to cry.
Pierce?
All right. Cry. Let it out. Base your chubby cheeks in tears of gravy. You weren't crying when you were stealing my friends.
They asked me to come here.
You know why, right? Got some fat news for you, Fat Neil. Don't you know why Jeff Winger, of all people, led the charge on the Fat Neil Feel-Good Committee?
Way over the line, Pierce.
I'll tell you why. Because I was there.
In the hallway, flashback. Neil drinks from a water fountain. Jeff stands with Pierce, giving a guy directions.
Oh, they're down there by Fat Neil.
In the study room.
That's right, Neil. Your new best friend, Jeff Winger, coined the name Fat Neil.
Jeffrey!
Neil, look, before you respond, I can make it up to you. I'll find a fatter Neil.
Huzzah.
End of Act 2. Act 3. Inside the study room.
You made up Fat Neil?
Someone asked me where the restrooms were. You were standing by them, but you were also standing kind of near, other Neil.
So call him Skinny Neil.
He's not actually that skinny.
He's bald. He's black.
Well, I don't look at the world through that lens. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be high-roading you. I'm the bad guy.
Now you can all hang out in suspended humiliation and think about what you learned today. 1, don't screw with me. 2, invite me to your crap.
Is it my turn?
Yes, but you can't move.
That's fine. For my turn, I feel sorry for Pierce Hawthorne.
Save it.
No, I really do, man.
Good. For my turn, I raped the Duquesne family. Again.
For my turn, I pity Pierce too.
Trust me, kid, I'm having the time of my life. I won. I won Dungeons and Dragons, and it was advanced.
I pity Pierce.
Knock it off.
You really outdid yourself this week. There's a lot of pain in you. I seriously feel bad.
Feel sorry for your new fat BFF.
No, we're done doing that. He's gonna be fine, aren't you, Neil? You, Pierce, I really worry about. At least for my turn anyway.
How about this? Draconus, unfreeze time.
Done. You guys can move again.
I breathe so much fire.
Hold it. You just used your move unfreezing time. Neil?
I take the sword of Duquesne and I throw it at the amulet around the sad, naked man's neck.
It's a difficult shot. You'll need an 18 or higher.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Come on, come on.
Abed rolls the d20. It's a 19. Everyone cheers.
Yes, in your face.
The sword smashes the amulet, freeing Draconis from its spell. The red dragon turns its head, grabs Pierce in its mighty jaws, and swallows him alive.
Oh no!
Oh, Neil!
As a reward for freeing him, he flies your intrepid band to his cavern, where he bestows his treasure upon you. Congratulations on the completion of Caverns of Draconis. I've been your dungeon master. I hope you had a good time. Excelsior.
Everyone exits, applauding, awesome guys, etc. Neil is the last to leave with Pierce sitting alone at the table.
Hey, that was the best game I ever played in my life.
Don't mention it.
Want to play again next week?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll be around.
And so it was that Pierce Hawthorne saved the life of Fat Neil while learning very, very little. Good night.
End of Act 3. Tag. Inside the study room, Troy and Abed enter mid-debate.
How could you possibly want giant ears over a tail? If you had a tail, people could tell you're happy.
With giant ears, you could hear things from miles away, and wear backpacks as earrings, which would free up your hands.
Backpacks already free your hands. Guys, what do you think?
They turn surprised to find another study group of 6 older Asian women.
Oh, we thought our group was meeting now.
Tail is much better.
Thank you.
All in favor of giant ears?
4 women raise their hands.
Told you.
End of episode. Right. Critical Film Studies by Sona Panos. Cold open. Outside on the street, dressed in a suit, Jeff carries a small gift box down the street.
It was my friend Abed's birthday. I had met Abed at a community college 2 years earlier. His obsession with pop culture had always alienated him. He'd quote movies, pretend his life was a TV show. He'd watch Cougar Town. It was as if he didn't want people to like him. Then this year around Christmas, he had some kind of, mental episode, saying people were made of clay, stuff like that. He seemed okay since, but when I asked him if he liked anything for his birthday, he told me we should have dinner, just he and I, for an important conversation. It made me nervous.
Inside of a fancy restaurant during the day, Jeff enters, impressed but confused by the nice decor. Well-dressed clientele and tasteful piano music plays.
The restaurant Abed had chosen wasn't his style at all. There were cloth napkins, no TVs. Abed liked chicken fingers, video games, Quentin Tarantino. Babysitting through a full meal at a restaurant for grown-ups? I just wasn't up for it. But I loved Abed. Everyone did. So I had come there with a surprise plan of my own.
Jeff stops at the bar.
Hey, could I get a Macallan neat?
Abed enters wearing a wool sweater.
Jeffrey.
Buddy,
Smiling, Abed hugs Jeff.
I like your sweater. Did it come with a golden retriever?
You look good too.
Abed orders from the bar.
I would like a spritzer, if possible.
Abed was being weird. And by that I mean he wasn't being weird. He was hugging, smiling, making eye contact. Then in 30 seconds, he hadn't made a reference to anything. I had come in worried about him, thinking he needed help. But seeing him like this made me more worried than ever.
Abed opens Jeff's present, a wallet.
Get it? Like Pulp Fiction. The wallet says, bad mother.
Your table's ready.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I had an idea. I saw a very cool burger place just a few blocks.
Nonsense. I didn't come downtown for burgers. Come.
I'll be right there.
Jeff dials his cell phone.
Hey, we're running a little bit late. No big deal, just a small speed bump.
Inside of a diner at night, Britta talks to Jeff in the dark.
Well, hurry up. We're waiting.
Britta turns on the light.
Surprise!
Everyone is dressed and posed as Pulp Fiction characters, complete with weapons. Shirley is Jules Winfield. Troy is Pumpkin. Annie is Honey Bunny. Chang is Butch Coolidge. Britta is Mia Wallace. And Pierce is the Gimp.
Guys, no, they're running late. Jeff says there's some kind of speed bump.
Pierce,
Pierce, nobody can hear you.
Pierce unzips his mouth.
Well, I'm hot and my balls are touching the zipper.
End of cold open. Act 1. Inside the diner, the study group waits around the decorated retro spot with a full spread of party food.
Can you imagine the expression on Abed's face when he walks in?
Of course I can imagine it. It's always the same.
Yeah, but he's going to say cool at least 5 times. It's really great of Jeff to put this together.
I'm not jealous.
Oh, cool. Someone got him a briefcase, like in the movie. What's in it?
Hey, don't touch that. It's from Jeff. And he says nobody but Abed can open it.
Why? What's in it?
What, I have 3D vision now?
Yes, you do.
You don't know me. Everybody just be patient and don't mess with anything. I'm responsible for this diner when my boss isn't around.
She will not stop bragging about that.
I know.
Has anyone seen this film we're referencing? Am I the hero or the love interest?
Pulp Fiction? Yes, I saw it on an airplane. It's cute. It's a 30-minute film about a group of friends who like cheeseburgers dancing in the Bible.
Troy eyes the briefcase.
Yes, not better than me. I said,
Inside the restaurant, Jeff and Abed read their menus.
Boy, this menu is stuffy. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a nice...
Roulette de Simon to start. I think Ando the squab.
Very good.
They don't have quail.
Good to know. Salad.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, I nailed it. You forgot this in a bar.
Jeff gives Abed his Pulp Fiction wallet.
So I did. I'm sorry. What a thoughtful gift, Jeff. I really was a man of singular taste.
Was? Abed, what's going on? Why are you dressed like Mr. Rogers and talking like Frasier? What happened to you?
Where to begin? I probably mentioned my fondness for a TV program called Cougar Town.
Here and there.
I even started a Cougar Town fan club on Facebook. Not to accomplish anything, mind you, simply to express my love for the show. It ended up being quite large, this fan club. And one morning, I think maybe early March, I got this Facebook message. Very nice message from the people who make Cougar Town.
Looking for work?
No, thanking me, Jeff. You know, for all the support I generated for the show. And in the last paragraph, they said, if you'd like, you could come visit the set. Just like that.
Well, that's cool of them. I guess that kind of makes them the Pulp Fictions of movie. Man, how great was that movie?
So I sold my action figures and bought a round-trip ticket to Los Angeles.
Wait, you went? When?
Over spring break. What could I do? 2 days after I got that invitation, I was on the set of Cougar Town, Jeff. Cougar Town.
Look, if you want me to take it seriously, stop saying its name.
You laughed, Jeff, but the people were wonderful. You know, not just the actors, but the crew, everyone. There must have been 200 people, each with a specific function, but all dedicated to a single purpose. It was like a village, or a living thing. I'm talking to the director, and he says, why don't you jump into the background? I say, wait a minute. Jump into the background of what exactly? And he says, jump into the background of the scene. Walk through it. Walk through Cougar Town.
The waiter brings their meals. Jeff's phone buzzes.
Thank you. Well, before I can react, this girl takes me by the hand and stands me behind this patio where Courtney Cox and the actors are doing their scene. The girl says, when you hear action, I want you to walk from here to there. That's when I really started to panic, Jeff, because if I'm a person that watches Cougar Town, how can I be in Cougar Town? The more I start thinking about it, the less any of it makes any sense at all. And I just want to turn and run, but it's too late because the director's calling action. So before I take my first step, I realize that I have to stop being someone who's ever seen the show and become a character on the show, become a man from Cougar Town. You know, someone born there, someone whose name I decide is Chad. And I take my first step as a child, learning to walk as Chad. With each step, I start remembering things from Chad's life, like his first kiss under the big tree at Cougar Town Field, playing soccer at Cougar Town Junior High, finding my first chest hair in the shower, my first apartment, my first true love falling for my best friend, birthdays, weddings, car crashes, taxes, playing charades at Thanksgiving. Chad had lived, Jeff. You know, Chad had lived more than Abed. And then they called cut, and the scene was over. I wasn't ready to stop being Chad, so I said to the director, can we have one more take? They were already moving on. Courtney had nailed it. My lips started trembling, and my hands and feet went numb. My knees buckled, and as I fell to the floor, I pooped my pants. I did. Because the truth is, Jeff, I had been Chad, and Chad was dead. But as Abed, I was still alive, so someone helped me up. And the wardrobe lady came over. She gave me new pants. I thanked everyone. I apologize. Then I got on a bus and went straight to the airport.
Your food's getting cold.
Oh, how silly of me.
Abed eats his dinner. Inside the diner, Troy angrily eyes the briefcase. Chang sneaks up on him.
Wondering if Abed's new best friend also got him the best gift?
I got Abed the best gift. I'd tell you what it is, but it's an even cooler secret.
Troy looks at a poorly wrapped present that is clearly a remote control helicopter. Britta's manager pulls her aside.
Britta, you promised the private party was going to be done by 8. You're doing this during like peak hours for nostalgia-themed diners.
Oh, is that true? Has that been researched?
It has, Annie, and after they get frightened by the evening news, many see the comforting foods and soothing music of a pre-racial America.
I'm sorry, Brian. They're just a little late. I'll give you all my tips from next shift.
Oh, your tips? All your tips? Wait, all of them? Like all the tips the customers leave for you? Wow. Is there any way we can spread that over 2 years so I don't get slammed on my taxes?
Oh my goodness.
No. Everyone hates Britta.
Mm-hmm.
Britta texts Jeff. Inside the restaurant, Abed eats his dinner. Jeff's phone buzzes.
Of course, you know the real point of that story.
I don't, but that's okay. Shoot.
The point is, I've been a fool.
Nah. Everybody poops their pants.
No, I was a fool long before that. I look back and think, what was that? Why did you care so much about so many things that didn't matter?
Yeah. Who needs Cougar Town?
Who needs any pop culture whatsoever? TV, movies, to hell with all of it. You know what I was, Jeff? I was that wallet. On the surface, a reference to some cinematic drivel, but on the inside, empty.
But you love Tarantino.
No, not anymore. That's why I wanted to have dinner with you. This is the first birthday of my new life. The wallet's cute, but I'd like to exchange it for a better gift. I'm not leaving here until you've given me my first real conversation.
Yay!
End of Act 1. Act 2. Inside the restaurant, the waiter refills Abed's water as he enjoys his dinner.
Okay, you want to have a real conversation? Here's as real as I can get under the circumstance. It's what you love Pulp Fiction. Now that's as far as I can go without defeating the purpose. I'm really tilting the beam. Ready? Okay. You want to have a real conversation? Here's as real as I can get under the circumstances. It's nice that you've learned to dial back your love of TV, but I'd really like you to come and have a milkshake with me. But before you do, I'd like you to remember how much you love Pulp Fiction. Now that's as far as I can go without defeating the purpose. I'm really tilting the beam here.
Pulp Fiction, milkshakes, bean cans? Listen to how we talk to each other. We're like robots exchanging catchphrases and references.
And you think pointing that out counts as real conversation? You know how many fake people are talking about how fake the world is right now?
Okay, well, I'm new at this, so can you start a real conversation?
I don't believe there's such a thing. Conversation was invented by humans to conceal reality. We use it to sweep talk our way around natural selection. You know who has real conversation? Ants. They talk by vomiting chemicals into each other's mouths. They get right down to brass tacks. Bleh, which way's the picnic? Bleh, that way. Humans are more evolved. We lie.
Not all the time.
That's a lie.
We don't lie when we're alone.
Biggest lie ever. 9 out of 10 lies occur 6 inches from the bathroom mirror. We do most of our lying alone.
How's it even possible to lie when you're alone?
You can call a phone sex line. That's lying to yourself.
No, that's just being honest with a stranger about being lonely.
What if you're dishonest about why you're lonely? What if you're a good-looking guy who calls a phone sex line and tells them he weighs 400 pounds just so he can hear a woman say she's attracted to him anyway?
I don't believe that happens.
Wrong. That's me. I did that last week.
What? Why would you pay a woman on the phone to think you're fat?
Because I'm scared that if I were overweight, that no one would like me. Oh, sorry.
Phone buzzes with a message.
God, that feels good to admit.
Jeff ignores his buzzing phone.
Abed, the point being,
Jeff's phone continues to buzz. Frustrated, he sticks it in a glass of water.
the point being, you don't have to worry about being normal or real or whatever this is tonight. The world is a sick place full of sick people. Can I tell you something I've never told anyone else?
Yes.
Inside the diner, the briefcase is driving Troy crazy, and so is Chang.
It's gotta be so cool. Whatever he got him. You know what I'm saying? Winger's a man of means. He's with your boy right now having a fancy dinner. Baby chickens, diamond forks, brand name sodas. Then he's gonna bring him back here, give him whatever's in there, and that's that. Troy who?
Chang gets closer and closer to Troy, mouthing, "Open, open," right in his ear. Troy opens the briefcase. It casts a glow over Troy and Chang.
That what I think it is?
Troy removes a piece of paper next to a light bulb.
It is. Certificate of authenticity? He must have got it on eBay or something. Jeff got Abed the actual briefcase from the movie Pulp Fiction.
Troy reads the certificate and whimpers.
What are you guys doing?
Troy throws the certificate back in the briefcase and slams it shut.
Chang made me open it. He seduced me with his dark Chinese powers.
Why do you leave him alone with me?
I put my job on the line for this stupid party, and the least you can do is not ruin it.
Britta notices smoke coming from the briefcase.
No, no!
The briefcase interior is on fire.
Huh? Ah!
Troy removes the burnt up certificate.
Dude, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but you are a bad friend.
I'll kill you!
What?
Troy chokes Chang into the jukebox. Everyone tries to separate them as easy listening music plays. Britta's manager just watches his diner get destroyed. Inside the restaurant, Jeff continues mid-story. Abed looks increasingly uncomfortable.
And I said, no, that's a girl's costume. And my mom said, it's fine. Indian boys have long hair and braids too. There was only 45 minutes left to trick or treat. So what could I do? I put the damn thing on and I went door to door. And everyone was going, oh, what a pretty little girl. And by the third house, I stopped correcting them. I mean, why draw attention to it? And honestly, once the shame and fear wore off, I was just glad they thought I was pretty. God, this is incredible. I mean, to be able to openly talk, like this openly. I mean, why can't people be like this? I mean, what is wrong with this world?
Pierce walks through the restaurant to their table in his gimp suit minus the mask.
What do you want?
Is this what you're doing while we wait?
Go home, Pierce. The party's canceled.
Pretty gay, man. Pretty gay.
Pierce leaves.
Why is Pierce dressed as the Gimp from Pulp Fiction? The wallet, the milkshakes. Did you set up a surprise Pulp Fiction birthday party?
Yeah, at the Greasy Fork. But it doesn't matter now. What matters is this, talking.
Is everything okay?
Yes, just the check, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're ending early? Because in my dinner with Andre, the waiter...
Check. Bye.
Ed?
Mm-hmm.
What's my dinner with Andre?
It's just a movie about two guys talking in a restaurant.
Jeff takes his phone out of the glass of water.
So this wasn't a real conversation? You were doing another movie?
A movie about a real conversation.
Did you poop your pants on the set of Cougar Town?
That shouldn't matter.
Jeff slams the table.
Oh, sorry. This is why we don't hang out.
Britta, Chang, Troy, Annie, and Shirley, still in costume, storm in and run to their table.
Thanks for getting me fired, jerks. The party's over.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. You guys know where Abed's really cool present is? Because I'm returning it.
Jeff slides out and exits.
It's back at the diner. It's fine. It's probably just needs some detailing.
Troy sits next to Abed.
Man, I really wish you two got along better.
Troy picks up and sips a glass of wine.
Oh, no juice. Oh, that's good no juice.
End of Act 2. Act 3. Inside the diner, Jeff negotiates with Britta's manager.
I'll give you $1,200 for the damages if you promise to give Britta her job back.
800 and she stays fired.
Deal.
They shake hands. Abed joins Jeff. They examine the burnt-up briefcase.
Annie told me about the briefcase. Thank you.
What a waste.
Oh, really? Did you buy it from Willie's Authentic Cinema Treasures on eBay?
Yep.
Yeah, Willie exaggerates. I got Indiana Jones's real whip from him. He moves about 70 of those a year.
Oh, good. I thought I flushed a bunch of mud down the toilet, but isn't it great to know that the real Pulp Fiction briefcase is in a safe somewhere?
You're mad at me.
I spent a week planning a party just to make you happy. And then I bailed on the party and ruined it again just to make you happy. And then it turns out while I was wasting my time trying to make you happy, you were making yourself happy all over everyone else by doing yet another stupid movie spoof.
I prefer the term homage. It wasn't about making me happy. I chose My Dinner with Andre because it's about a guy who has an unexpectedly enjoyable evening with a weird friend who's been avoiding lately.
You think I've been avoiding you?
You and I hung out more last year. It makes sense. Everyone else is growing and changing all the time. That's not really my jam. I'm more fast-blinking, stoic, removed, and comfortably self-aware type. Like Data, or Johnny Five, or Mork, or Hal, or Kit, or K9, or Woodstock, or Snoopy. Of course, Spock probably goes without saying.
I don't need you to grow or change. Take it from someone who just had a meaningless one. Sometimes emotional breakthroughs are overrated. And seriously, I need you to keep a tight, heavy lid on the little Indian girl story.
Sure.
Tight, heavy lid.
Cool. THL. Still friends? Because nobody paid for dinner at the restaurant, and I do not have this kind of money.
Abed slides the bill over to Jeff. Inside the restaurant, Jeff enters as the staff close up for the night.
I went back to pay the bill. The restaurant was closed.
Jeff finds Abed's presents on a table. Abed turns on a light. The whole gang jumps out in their Pulp Fiction costumes.
Surprise!
Surprise.
The group dances, drinks, opens presents, and reenacts scenes from Pulp Fiction.
It was Abed's idea. The group had stayed behind to salvage the party. The waiter felt bad for spilling the beans about Abed's homage, so he let us stay. And as parties go, it was quiet, dark, and a little lame. We'd had better parties and we had worse parties. But I doubt I'll ever forget My Dinner with Andre, Dinner with Abed.
Everyone ends the night laughing around a table together. End of Act 3. Tag. Inside the restaurant, Troy and Abed finish dinner. The waiter brings their check.
Thanks.
Abed, please, allow me.
Okay, thanks.
Troy goes bug-eyed reading the bill.
Let me see.
Troy stays frozen as Abed takes the bill.
Oh, that's not good.
Abed hands the bill back to Troy, who begins sobbing.
They said market price. What market are you shopping at?
I am going to run.
Me too.
Okay.
On 3.
1,
2.
3.
Troy and Abed run to the door. End of show. Remedial Chaos Theory, written by Chris McKenna, directed by Jeff Melman. Cold open. Fade in on an apartment building hallway at night. A door swings open to reveal a smiling Troy and a creepily over-smiling Abed in matching blazers and ascots. Tasteful jazz music plays inside.
Troy and
Abed's new apartment.
Annie and Britta stand in the hall, holding gifts.
Hi.
In the foyer, Annie and Britta enter, ad-libbing, "What a cute place!" There are framed photos of Troy and Abed on the wall.
Wow, you guys look so fancy.
I read a book on how to be the perfect party host. Rule number 1, dress to impress.
Rule number 2, avoid touchy topics like the Negro problem. The book was written in the 40s.
Shirley pokes her head out of the kitchen.
Oh, good. You guys are finally here.
Finally?
We showed up at 3.
Abed, Annie, Britta, and Troy share a knowing look.
Time flies when I'm baking.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, the door downstairs was propped open with this.
He holds up a brick.
This is really unsafe. Anyone could have just wandered into your building. A thief or a vagrant or a guy who writes things on strips of greasy newspaper and slides them under your door while you're at school. Or a solicitor.
An intercom buzzer goes off.
For the rest of our guests.
Be right back.
Troy hurries off. Abed leads Britta and Annie down the hall.
Let me give you ladies the grand tour. Bathroom, kitchen, who cares? And this is my scale model of the rolling boulder scene from Raiders, an actual rolling boulder.
Abed activates the diorama. A model boulder rolls down a ramp and into his hand.
Pretty cool, huh?
Super cool. And sexy. Super sexy cool.
Overselling it.
Shirley approaches with a homemade pizza on a tray.
I made pizza.
But we ordered real pizza.
Nothing more real than homemade. You didn't have some of the ingredients, so I used ketchup and cream cheese.
We ordered real pizza.
Everyone gets uncomfortable. Shirley backs away to the kitchen. Troy enters with Jeff and Pierce, who hold the gift.
Bienvenido de la casa che Trobed.
Jeff looks at the Indiana Jones diorama.
Very nice. Indiana Jones in the apartment of perpetual virginity.
Chop busted, my fellow adult.
Nice. I mean, it's not mansion nice, but it's nice. Hey, didn't you used to live in a mansion with me?
Yeah, but this place is a little more my speed and century.
Doesn't bother me. I've probably missed you at all since I've had you removed from my portraits.
Pierce holds up a bottle.
Jeff, check it out. Serbian rum. So strong it's banned. Banned in Serbia. Let that concept sink in.
You enjoy. I'll be leaving early.
Oh?
Yeah, sorry. I got an invite to the opening of a new club. Look at this place. It's like it was designed for me.
It was. I made that in Photoshop and mailed it to you a month ago, so you keep tonight open on your calendar.
There's no such thing as single malt platinum boobs and billiards club? I guess I never really said that out loud.
Tonight, we offer something far more than boobs and billiards.
What?
One word, 2 syllables.
Don't say charades.
Abed and Troy gesture to a table set up for
Yahtzee!
Jeff grabs Pierce's bottle of rum and starts opening it.
Is charades off the table?
Fade out. End of cold open. Act 1. The living room later. Britta is fiddling with an iPod that's connected to a stereo behind her. No music is playing. Troy shakes a dice cup.
Come on, and...
Troy slams down the cup, lifts it up, and looks at the dice.
Okay, now, how to play Yahtzee.
Is there nothing from our youth these companies won't repackage for $1? Call it Yahtzee all you want, and everyone knows this is Puerto Rican chess.
The door buzzer sounds. Annie jumps with a start.
It's just the pizza, Annie.
We can't buzz them up. Someone has to go down.
A beat. Then everyone touches the side of their noses. 7-way tie. The buzzer again. Jeff picks up a die.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
All right.
Jeff shakes the die in his hand.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
As Britta finds a song, Jeff rolls the die. 2.
1, 2. Annie.
Britta hits play. The Police's Roxanne begins.
Okay, fine. Guess I'm going down.
She gets her wallet out, sets her purse down on the table in front of her seat, and exits.
All this talk of going down reminds me. Did you guys know I had sex with her at the kit in the airplane bathroom?
Ugh.
What? It's not name dropping if it comes up organically.
I'm gonna go check on my pies.
Billy heads into the kitchen, just as Sting sings the opening lyric.
Roxanne!
No.
Britta stops and turns off the music, annoyed at Jeff.
Bathroom?
Over here.
Britta gets up and follows Abed. Troy watches her go. His eyes shift down to Annie's open purse on the table.
Guys, what does a pregnancy test look like?
It's like a thin, it's like a thin plastic stick with a thing at the end.
So this is definitely a gun.
Troy uses a pencil to lift the gun from Annie's purse.
Whoa, put that down.
Why does Annie have a gun?
That's not a gun. It's a girl's pea shooter. I've had raw fish more dangerous than that. Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Jeff, what are we going to do about this?
I'm getting a drink.
Jeff stands, smacking his head on the ceiling fan. Pierce laughs.
Ow! What's so funny?
People hitting their heads.
Shirley enters from the kitchen with a tray of mini pies.
Don't fight over them. You can fight a little.
In the foyer, Britta exits the bathroom, startled to find Abed right there, staring expectantly at her. She waits.
Smells weird.
I beg your pardon?
Smells weird. What did you do in there?
Abed, as a psych major, I understand you might not understand this, but you don't ask someone a question like that. It's not dignified.
Annie enters the apartment with the pizzas.
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, go and tummy. Me so hungry, me so hungry.
Britta and Abed follow Annie with the pizzas, walking right past Shirley, who tries in vain to offer them pies. In the living room, Annie sets the pizzas down. Britta dives in. Others join.
That pizza guy was intense.
I'm sure he's a real go-getter.
I wonder what happened in all those other timelines.
Abed, there are no other timelines.
Buzz. In the living room minutes earlier, the pizza's gone, or rather, not here yet. Everyone has fingers on noses as before. Jeff picks up a die.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, we're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Jeff rolls the die. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shirley.
Britta hits play. The police's Roxanne begins.
Okay, but don't let my pies burn.
Shirley gets up and exits.
Remember, nobody eats those pies.
Let's just talk to her.
We tried that, Annie. She ignored us. The woman has a baking problem. Now, I don't like being the bad guy any more than... No!
Britta stops, annoyed at Jeff. She turns off the music.
Bathroom?
Over here.
Britta gets up and follows Abed. Troy watches her go.
We have a pact to not enable Shirley's baking. It's better for her in the long run.
You know who got it in the long run? Or the kit, when I nailed her in the airplane bathroom. What? Came up organically. Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Pierce hands him a gift, which sits in his lap. To Troy.
Cool. Thanks, Pierce.
Troy opens the gift to reveal a creepy-looking troll figurine. Troy shrieks.
Whoa!
What's that?
It's a traditional Norwegian troll. When Troy and I lived together, I had it on display in the halls outside his bedroom. Troy always seems so taken with it.
What's so funny?
People that are scared of dolls.
It used to watch me sleep.
Pierce, shame on you. Jeff, what are you going to do about this?
I'm gonna get a drink.
Jeff stands up and smacks his head on the ceiling fan. Pierce laughs at him. Jeff buries the pain for Annie.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
As she leads him across the living room, in the foyer.
You don't ask someone a question like that. It's not dignified.
Shirley enters with the pizza boxes.
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, go and tummy. Me so hungry, be so hungry.
In the living room, Britta and Abed follow Shirley to the table where Annie and Jeff intersect with them.
Did someone get my pies out?
Annie gasps. The others guilty.
Seriously?
Shirley storms into the kitchen.
Seriously?
Shirley emerges from the kitchen with burnt pies on a tray.
I ask one thing. One thing.
She drops the tray onto the table.
Shirley, it doesn't matter. We weren't going to eat them. You're not allowed to have baking things as an identity.
Excuse me for being the only married woman in a group of horny toads that sit around all night making googly eyes at each other.
Googly eyes?
The two exchange an awkward look. Jeff turns to Britta, who rolls her eyes and turns to Troy, who quickly pretends that he wasn't staring at her. Troy turns to Abed, who gives him sexy eyebrows. Troy looks away and directly into the eyes of Torg the troll, which Pierce is holding up. Troy screams.
Hey, Shirley, nobody makes googly eyes at me either. We're the same.
That's the last straw for Shirley. She cries, stomps past all of them over their protests, and out the door, slamming it behind her. The slamming door causes the Raiders diorama boulder to roll loose. Abed has to race to stop it.
I don't know what she's so upset about. The prize probably didn't even burn in the other timelines.
Abed, Shirley just had a nervous breakdown.
More like nervous.
Breakdown, I know. I didn't say it on purpose. Abed, there are no other timelines.
Buzz. In the living room minutes earlier, the pizza is not here yet. Everyone is seated, fingers on noses. Jeff picks up a die.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Oh, of course I am, Abed.
Fade out. End of Act 1. Act 2. In the living room, Jeff rolls the die. 3.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Pierce.
Britta hits play. The police's Roxanne begins.
Crap. Speaking of crap, did I ever tell you about the time my Eartha kid decided to bang me in an airplane bathroom? What? That's where my mind went.
Pierce exits.
Your mind went years ago.
Annie titters. She and Jeff share a flirtatious look.
I'm gonna go check on my pie.
Yeah.
Shirley gets up and heads to the kitchen just as Sting gets to the opening lyric of Roxanne.
Rox!
No. No.
People I live with.
Britta stops, annoyed at Jeff. She turns off the music.
Bathroom.
It's over here.
Thank
you. Abed. Troy watches her go.
I love your place, Troy. You're all grown up now.
Yeah. Can you believe those are real mahogany bunk beds? Bet those cost you a few allowances.
Annie looks where Jeff is looking. There are indeed bunk beds in one of the rooms. They start laughing. Troy, miffed, gets up from the table.
Troy. Oh.
Now we've done it.
In the foyer, Troy storms past Abed, knocking the Indiana Jones model.
Britta's in.
Troy doesn't listen. Abed catches the boulder on the model. He fiddles with it, trying to reset it. In the bathroom, Britta is hunched against an open window when she hears a knock on the door. It startles her. She exhales a plume of smoke out the window.
Who is it?
Troy.
I'm washing my hands.
Good, then I can come in.
He opens the door and enters as she sprays air freshener.
I was smoking a cigarette.
I know what you were doing. I'm 21 years old. I'm a man.
Troy pulls out a silver cigarette case from his blazer, flips it open, takes out a cigarette. Britta, surprised and pleased, offers him a light from her lighter. He waves her off and starts chewing the candy cigarette into his mouth.
I know. We all know that.
Then why is Jeff always picking on me?
In the living room, Annie and Jeff are alone at the table.
You seem to be a little hard on Troy lately.
I'm going to get a drink.
Jeff stands up and smacks his head on the fan.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
She grabs her purse and leads Jeff through the foyer.
Britta's in the bathroom.
Annie takes Jeff towards the kitchen. In the kitchen, Shirley pulls the pies out while Annie brings Jeff in and starts pulling first aid bandages out of her purse.
Oh no, what happened?
Minor head wound.
She starts tending to Jeff's head.
You make a good nurse.
Thanks.
Their looks
Dr.
stupid.
Shirley says mini pies are the perfect medicine.
I'd like to see her degree.
Shirley stifles, hurt. In the bathroom, Troy and Britta sit on the corner of the tub, both eating candy cigarettes. They've been bonding.
He's butting antlers with you because you're a threat now. You've got your own place. You got a future. You've got a bowl of olives next to the toilet.
It's a fancy party, Britta.
You know what Jeff has in his bathroom? Neither do I. He keeps his toiletries in a safe under the sink. His whole personality is based on guarding himself. You don't need to be like that to a man.
You're really cool, Britta.
They share admiring smiles.
You're cool too, Troy. Cool as a cucumber.
Troy heroically refuses to let that diminish her coolness. In the living room, Pierce enters and sets down the pizzas.
I hope this pizza is less greasy than the pizza guy.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
pizza guys are getting worse and worse looking. I guess all the good ones went into porn.
Jeff, Annie, and Shirley exit from the kitchen. Jeff with a bandage on his head.
Ceiling fan.
I miss all the fun.
Troy and Berta enter. They eat pizza. It's clear to everyone that something has changed between them.
I wonder what happened in all those other timelines.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Everyone looks at them. Buzz. In the living room minutes earlier. Pizza not here yet. Everyone seated with fingers on noses. Jeff picks up a die.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Jeff rolls the die. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Britta.
Britta does not hit play on the iPad or on the iPod. No music plays.
Great.
Britta gets up and heads for the door. Troy watches her go.
Great. You know what's great? Air travel. Whoa, I've flown a lot. Lots of stories on airplanes. I once had sex with Eartha Kitt.
I'm gonna check on my pies.
Shirley gets up and heads for the kitchen. Troy, Abed, Pierce, Annie, and Jeff sit together for a moment.
You guys are my best friends.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Jeff stands up and smacks his head on the fan. Troy and Pierce laugh.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
She grabs her purse and leads Jeff towards the foyer. Troy, Abed, and Pierce remain.
Should I refill the toilet olives?
Good, I checked.
You're the best.
Want to stay up all night talking in our bunk beds?
Dodoy.
They do their Troy Abed handshake. Pierce glares at them and hands his gift to Troy.
Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Pierce.
In the bathroom, Annie is tending to Jeff's head.
You make a good nurse.
Thank you. I actually had to apply a tourniquet the other day. A guy got stabbed outside my building.
What? Annie, you have got to get you have got to get the hell out of that apartment.
I can take care of myself. You don't need to treat me like a kid anymore, remember?
Yes, but adults don't need to be protected. I can't help but worry about you, Annie. You're very important to me.
They share a look and are possibly about to kiss until they suddenly hear Troy scream off screen.
Ah!
In the living room, Troy is freaking jumping up and down. Pierce is holding the creepy troll figurine out toward him, making scary noises.
Feel the terror, Troy. Feel the terror of the Norwegian troll.
Jeff and Annie enter from one side, Shirley from another.
What is going on in here?
Pierce is terrorizing Troy because he's jealous we moved in together.
You're the one who's jealous.
Why would I be jealous?
Because you're lonely and crazy.
Everyone gets quiet. Pierce composes himself, embarrassed.
Hey, guys.
Everyone looks to see Britta, holding the pizzas, standing next to a skeezy pizza delivery guy.
This is Toby, our pizza delivery guy. I know this is going to sound crazy, but we're in love and we're getting married.
Britta snuggles up with the skeezy guy. Everyone is confused and grossed out.
Oh, I wonder what happened in all those other timelines.
Wait, there are other timelines?
Buzz. In the living room minutes earlier. Pizza not here yet. Everyone seated, fingers on noses. Jeff picks up the die.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
So you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
Jeff rolls the die. 1.
1, Troy.
Britta hits play. The police's Roxanne begins.
Damn it. I'm gonna go as fast as I can so I don't miss anything.
Troy gets up and sprints down the hall. In the foyer, Troy races out the door, slamming it behind him. The reverberance shakes the hallway, including the Raiders of the Lost Ark diorama. The boulder starts to come loose.
Know who I used to call Miss Anything? Eartha Kitt. I banged her once in the airplane bathroom. What? You totally set me up.
I'm gonna check on my pies.
The boulder breaks loose and rolls down the diorama. crushing the Indiana Jones figurine before rolling onto the floor. It rolls down the hall as Sting sings the opening lyric.
Roxanne!
No.
Oh, bathroom?
Over here.
The boulder rolls past Abed and Britta, who don't notice it as they head to the bathroom. In the living room, the boulder rolls into the room.
Jeff, tell us about your father.
I'm going to get a drink.
Jeff stands and smacks his head on the ceiling fan. Pierce laughs.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
She grabs her purse and moves towards Jeff. As she steps on the rolling boulder, slips, and flies up, the purse flies out of her hand. Pierce jumps out of his seat with his gift. Annie lands on the coffee table, propelling everything on it into the air, including Pierce's bottle of rum. The bottle smashes to the floor, coating it with rum. Annie's purse lands on the floor. Bang! Her gun goes off, shooting Pierce in the leg. Pierce's leg spurts blood, and he falls to the ground, which sends his gift tumbling across the floor.
What the hell?
Abed hurries from the hall and stares at the chaos. Shirley runs out of the kitchen in time to get a face full of spraying blood. She screams in horror. Annie rushes to Pierce and puts pressure on his wound.
Call 911. Abed, help me stop the bleeding.
Jeff scrambles for his phone, and Abed rushes to help Annie.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Britta stumbles out from the bathroom, lit joint in her mouth. Shocked, she opens her mouth, dropping the joint, and it lands on the spilled rum, and whoosh, flames erupt. They quickly spread, engulfing the floor and Pierce's gift lying in it. More screams. Britta runs into the kitchen to get water. Just then, Troy runs inside with the pizzas. In a minute, his world has been transformed into a nightmare of fire, blood, and mayhem. Sitting amidst it all, staring at Troy from the charred package remains on the floor is Torg the troll.
You! No!
Buzz. In the living room, pizza not here yet. Everyone's seated, fingers on noses. Jeff picks up the die.
Okay. Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am. Oh, sorry. Of course I am, Abed.
Jeff rolls the die. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abed.
Britta hits play. The police's Roxanne begins.
I'm on it.
Abed stands up.
You know who else was on it? And you know what it is?
Everybody, give me money.
That ascot really softened your personality.
Jeff hands him some money. Pierce feels his moment slipping away.
I banged her as a kid.
They all stare at Pierce in confusion. Abed exits and Shirley heads to the kitchen. Sting sings the opening lyric.
Roxanne!
No.
Britta stops, annoyed at Jeff. She turns off the music.
Bathroom?
Down the hall.
Troy watches Britta exit. Jeff watches the whole interaction with suspicion.
I'm going to get a drink.
Jeff stands up and smacks his head on the fan. Pierce laughs.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Barely felt it.
Let me look at it in the bathroom.
She grabs her purse and leads Jeff towards the foyer.
Britta's in the bathroom.
They head towards the kitchen. Pierce hands his gift to Troy.
Here, Troy. Happy housewarming.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Pierce.
Troy pauses before opening the gift.
Hey, while we're alone, I just wanted to say thanks for letting me live with you. It was fun and pretty weird, but it's time for me to try to make it on my own, just like you did.
You know what? Don't open that.
Pierce tries to take the gift back, but Troy won't let him.
What are you talking about?
In the foyer, Britta exits the bathroom stoned.
Oh my God, what smells amazing?
In the kitchen, as Annie tends to Jeff's wounds, Shirley hears Britta's voice.
Someone wants pie.
Shirley bolts out of the kitchen with her pies, excited.
You make a good nurse.
In the living room, Shirley bounds past Troy and Pierce's struggle with the gift.
You are bad at gift giving. I demand to be housewarmed.
In the foyer, Shirley bounds up to Britta, who takes a pie and chows on it.
Oh, yes. They taste just like regular sized pies.
Ooh, yay.
Shirley, you are the best.
In the kitchen, Andy bandages Jeff's head.
I can't help but worry about you, Annie. You're very important to me.
They share a look, and then they kiss. In the living room, Pierce wrestles the gift away from Troy. The box opens, sending the troll tumbling into a corner. Troy gasps seeing it. Pierce looks guilty. In the foyer, Britta chows down on Shirley's pies.
Sometimes I feel like making desserts is the only thing I'm good for in this group.
Crap, I'm not supposed to eat your stuff. We all made an agreement. Crap, I'm not supposed to say that. Crap. Cards on the table. I am really high right now.
Shirley scowls at her. In the kitchen, Jeff and Annie are kissing. Jeff is into it, but Annie's eyes are open and she seems cold. Jeff pulls back.
Sorry, just had a weird deja vu.
Well, we have done this before.
No, I mean, that thing you said about worrying about me? That's something my dad always said.
That cools Jeff off.
Oh.
Yeah, should have brought it up. You just remind me of my dad. Anyway.
He goes to kiss him. Jeff backs away.
Here's a little makeout 101. Less dad talk. And ease up on the bubblegum lip gloss.
It's cotton candy, and you're the one who's all, I worry about you. Geez, put it in my birthday card, Grandpa.
Jeff's jaw drops.
Take that back.
Annie seeds. In the foyer, Shirley lays into Britta.
I can't believe I'm feeding my pies to a drug addict.
Drug addict? You're a pie pusher. You push them to get love. When are you going to realize... Oh, wait. Yeah. When are you going to realize you have an identity in this group beyond baking and mothering?
Really? What is it?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Am I still talking out loud? My mouth tastes like pie. I am so baked. Baked. Get it? Come on, I'm never this awesome.
Give me that, godless hippie skank.
Shirley snatches the pie back from Britta. Abed returns to the apartment with the pizzas.
I got caught up just enjoying the scene. Pizza time.
Abed continues on towards the living room. Shirley stomps off behind him, followed by an offended Britta. In the living room, Troy shakes his head in disbelief at Pierce.
You are a sick, sad, twisted old man, and I hope you die alone.
Abed sets the pizzas down. Annie emerges from the kitchen, angry, followed by Jeff, also pissed. Everyone sits in silence. Abed, clueless, is the only one to dive in.
I wonder what happened in all those other timelines. I gotta say, I hope this is the real one, because I just found a nickel in the hallway.
No one says a word, still stewing in anger. End of Act 2. Act 3. In the living room, buzz. The pizza's not here yet. Everyone is seated, fingers on noses. Jeff picks up a die. Britta fiddles with the iPod.
Okay, starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you're now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
As Britta finds a song, Jeff throws the die. Close on the die, spitting slow-mo in midair. We see stylistic images of the 6 timelines shift and melt into one another. Shirley crying, Pierce getting shot, Jeff and Annie kissing, etc. Which will it be? A hand grabs the die before it can land. It's Abed.
I don't think you should. Chaos already dominates enough of our lives. The universe is an endless, raging sea of randomness. Our job isn't to fight it, but to weather it together, on the raft of life. A raft held together by those few rare, beautiful things that we know to be predictable.
Ropes? Vines. Vines? Let him finish.
Us. It won't matter what happens to us as long as we stay honest and accepting of each other's flaws and virtues. Annie will always be driven. Shirley will always be giving. Pierce will never apologize. Britta's sort of a wild card from my perspective. And Jeff will forever remain a conniving son of a bitch. There are 6 sides to a die, and 7 of us. He devised a system by which he never has to go get the pizza.
Boo.
Boo.
Ooh.
Pretty low, dude. It's called friendship. Look it up. Encarta it.
I think we just found our pizza getter.
Yeah, go get it.
Britta hits play. The Police's Roxanne begins.
Oh, like it matters who goes.
Jeff stands smacking his head on the fan. Everyone laughs.
Oh, what's so funny?
Annie.
Ah.
Oh, did she freeze?
Karma.
Grin rubs his hand and exits. Rubs his head and exits.
That guy sucks harder than a toilet in an airplane bathroom.
Airplane bathroom.
Oh, my pies.
Ding sings the opening lyric.
Roxanne!
Shirley,
Oh, dang, I finished that one.
Shirley, seduced by the opportunity to sing, stays.
You don't have
to put on the red light.
Those
days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
Pierce directly discards his housewarming gift.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
Annie leads into Abed, smiling as the others sing.
I really love your place.
You should move here.
The two of them get swept up in the singing.
Roxanne,
put on the red light.
Jeff returns with the pizzas and watches in detached bemusement.
Roxanne, put on the red light.
You guys see what happens when I leave you alone, huh?
They dive into the pizzas and continue singing without him. He smiles at their unguarded stupidity as we fade out. End of Act 3.
One more time for my mom. No.
Okay, tag. Titles. 1 week later, timeline number 5. In the study room at night, this universe seems darker, grimmer. Abed, Troy, Jeff, and Britta and Shirley sit around the table in black funeral attire. A black pall hangs over them. Abed is cutting a piece of black felt with scissors. Shirley is a drunk mess drinking booze out of a paper bag. Britta has a single blue streak in her hair.
To Pierce. May he rest in Pierce.
Shirley pours booze on Pierce's seat.
Shirley, don't you think you've had enough?
Of you.
Britta is scared. Shirley mad dogs her as she takes a swig.
Guys, I've been thinking about that night over and over, and one thing has become clear. This is the darkest, most terrible timeline.
Enough with the timeline crap, Abed. Pierce got shot in the leg and died. Shirley's a drunk. Annie is locked up in a mental ward because her guilt drove her insane. Jeff lost his arm in the fire.
Jeff's right arm is gone. His sleeve is pinned up and he looks like hell.
Troy lost his larynx because for some dumb reason, he tried to destroy a flaming troll doll by eating it.
Troy has an electronic voice box strapped to his thing.
Clearly you don't understand anything about defeating trolls.
Life has gone to hell, Abed. This is real. Look at us. Look at me.
Britta, you put one wash away blue streak in your hair and I lost an arm.
Exactly. Life got dark.
All because Jeff rolled a 1.
I love that this is somehow my fault.
It's mine. I've run through that night over and over in my head, and I keep coming back to one thought. I should have caught the die and not let you roll it. I failed to do that, and we all suffered for it. But I'm going to make it up to you.
He starts handing out pieces of black felt.
Oh, sorry, it's my fault. What is this?
Of all the timelines, this is clearly the darkest, which is why I propose we commit to being evil. I've made us all black goatees out of felt. I suggest you put them on so you're able to grow your own.
He attaches a felt goatee to his face.
From now on, I'm Evil Abed. We're the Evil Study Group, and we have but one evil goal: return, somehow, to the prime timeline, the one on which I stopped Jeff from rolling that die. Then we destroy the good versions of ourselves and reclaim our proper lives.
Evil Abed. As Evil Jeff, am I allowed to pull fewer punches with you?
Certainly.
I hate you! Shut up with your sci-fi crap! You're the worst! I lost my damn arm and you're making fake beards?
Jeff exits. Britta and Shirley follow suit. Abed turns to Troy. After a beat, Troy puts on his goatee. Abed smiles.
Evil Troy and
Evil Troy and evil Abed.
They do their handshake. The sound of the last hand slap reverberates into interior Troy and Abed's apartment. Normal timeline. It's our brighter, happier universe. Troy and Abed sit on the couch in pajamas watching Inspector Spacetime. Abed has a shiver go through him. He looks around.
What's wrong?
I guess nothing.
They keep watching. End of show.